perfume. It hasn't left me since the day you made me blue. I think I saw you, but I know I'm not supposed to. I must be dreaming, cause I don't believe in ghosts, yeah. I must be dreaming, cause I don't believe in ghosts, yeah. I must be dreaming, cause I don't believe in ghosts, yeah. I don't believe in ghosts, 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 I don't believe in ghosts. Do you remember the day in October? The leaves were falling just like me when it was over. One more day of sorrow and I'll struggle to stay sober. Hope to see you later when I get older. I still remember the smell of your perfume. It hasn't left me since the day you made me blue. I think I saw you, but I know I'm not supposed to. I must be dreaming, cause I don't believe in ghosts, yeah. Ghosts, yeah. Ghosts, yeah. I must be dreaming, cause I don't believe in ghosts, yeah. I must be dreaming, cause I don't believe in ghosts, yeah. I still remember the smell of your perfume. It hasn't left me since the day you made me blue. I think I saw you, but I know I'm not supposed to. I must be dreaming, cause I don't believe in ghosts, yeah.
Do I go first?
Oh, you're live. You should have said something better than that.
Oh, whoa!
Oh
I
God.
just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Hello,
Oh.
ABL. Welcome to our game of the day. We have Full Send Gaming versus Cynical. Audio Adrenaline, you are in the wrong chat room, bro. Get out of here. We are already done with our pro drafts. We will get into the game momentarily, but first, I am Zoob, joined here with Mighty Right and Fridge. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Fridge.
What's
Hello.
up? How's it going?
3-man casting team. Let's do it. Leap, boys. Because you know why? Today's such an important game. Huh?
Because he feels like it?
Well, honestly, I honestly love 3-man casting anyway. It's really nice. It's so good. We get so many opinions. We got so many points across than you could do with 2 casters. But it's such an important game anyway. Cynical Esports versus Full Send Gaming. Full Send undefeated. Cynical Esports always on the general chat to sort of say they're gonna be the ones undefeated. I would say technically, yeah.
We're both undefeated right now. But...
No, I mean like truly FSG came from season 3 undefeated. Cynical Esports is just a new team.
Yeah, I miss Furge. Rest in peace, that man. I don't know what happened to him. Hello. We already did our pro draft, so we're hopping in straight into the draft. They already picked the champions. For the Full Send Gaming side, we have Lucian Ali picked up for the bot lane versus Ezreal Braum. What do you guys think of that matchup? The 2v2 we got in the bot lane.
Okay, so we have Lucian Ali. I actually prefer Braum Lucian, but I think that was wisely stolen away as soon as I saw the Lucian locked in. Alistar is probably my favorite support regardless, though. But that's just because I suck at Braum and I don't play support, so I guess that doesn't say much. But...
Yeah, and I like Braum a lot because he has kill potential, but Alistar also does, provides a lot of lockdown. But something else interesting is we have Chad up in the top lane on Aatrox. He has almost 600 games this season on Aatrox alone, and he is on that champion in this game. He got it in the first round, second rotation. They are red side, so they last picked it on the first round. So what do you guys think of that? Aatrox getting countered actually by the Malphite pick. That matchup
Well,
seems pretty bad for me, in my opinion.
600 games. Is there ever such thing as truly being countered with 600 games on it?
Yeah, I guess you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
true.
it's not exactly an ideal matchup, but with Conqueror on Aatrox, if you can build up any sort of a lead, it's going to be a pretty rough time here for Kaukiki in the top lane on the Malphite.
Yeah, and we have Zinzao Zoe coming in for FSG's mid jungle duo. That's a pretty scary mid jungle duo, in my opinion. What do you guys think of that?
Well, from a play-by-play caster, I want to say that's gonna be some sick like 2v2 fights, or even at the 1v1 between Elise and the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao being very aggressive in jungle invades. Elise is more of a, you know, okay, I went in, I can also buy myself some time for my mid laner to come in, which is Syndra. But the Zoe, though, if you give Zoe some time as well to come back in, it could be the fault of, you know, just not having too much of an aggressive or kind of a disengaged kind of champion in the jungle. So, you know, we might see Xin Zhao prevail with the Zoe if it comes down to a 2v2 here.
Yeah, and the thing with Zoe is you can never really count her out of a game. Like, she does so much damage that even if she looks down and out, she can still turn and one-shot you. So it's gonna be pretty scary for, I would say, Kaijo, as well as Wombat here. The rest of the team should be beefy enough to sustain through being hit once by her at least. But it is a lot of damage that can come out from Ozzy here in the mid lane. So, I mean, we could very potentially see some pretty strong 1v1s in the mid lane.
Well, I was
Both actually very bursty.
I was just about to do that. If we can announce the Discord, the Twitch streams that are live right now currently, and you know which team's on what side. Sort of like what Zohan did yesterday. Go ahead.
I already did it.
Nice. For both, right? Yes, like that. Sorta, but yes.
What's wrong with that? I didn't write a whole paragraph, but like he did. But you know, we're in it. We got 35 people watching us live on Twitch. That's more people than I have in my whole life.
I'm sorry. What am I? How am I supposed to respond to this? Do you need a hug?
There's nothing you can say to me. Ozzy on Zoe. Can't wait to see that. Ozzy, one of the best mid laners last season, all season, and I'm excited to see. Now teamed up with Quadra, of all people. I was not quite expecting that. I wasn't really expecting the departure of Froge from Full Send Gaming, aka Saver Flavor, is actually no longer part of that two-man carry duo with Ozzy, but now we have Quadra and Ozzy together, and I think that is a fairly decent group of carries. And Wombat is actually here and playing Syndra, not on Vel'Koz. What do you guys think of the Ozzy Quadra versus Wombat and the newcomer Kaijo? I'm looking at Kaijo's OPGG right now, and he's a pretty decent AD carry. Deem 5 player. Jinx, Kai'Sa, Ezreal, top 3 champions.
Yeah, I think Ezreal's really, really strong in this meta as well. So with it being one of his top picks, I mean, definitely has the comfort on the Ezreal, and it's been pretty strong for, I would say, a fair bit of time, the past few patches. Really, I would say even the past few months. That double tier build is actually really, really stupid broken. So I expect to see him go that route here this game. But once he gets to that point, he's going to be really, really tough to deal with.
Yeah, I would agree. And usually Ezreal, well, it used to be that Ezreal fell off pretty hard in the mid game, and I mean the late game. But these days he does no such thing. Maybe at 6 items, but he's versus a Lucian, so the 80 scaling is probably about the same, where they get really, really strong at 3 items. Both Lucian and Ezreal. Lucian gets that core of Bork, Black Cleaver, Essence Reaver, and Ezreal picks up his double tier stacks and his Trinity / Iceborne Gauntlet, but Iceborne Gauntlet is, in my opinion, not the move anymore.
Right now, I do see Ezreal being a great pick. I mean, yesterday when I was casting with Air King Neo, CQ Conqueror Gaming versus Guardian Esports, I'm trying to remember the names. Ezreal, like, Conqueror ran Ezreal and they won within like under 15 minutes. So 14:43 to be exact. So Ezreal
Conqueror Ezreal?
Yeah, no, not Conqueror Ezreal. I'm just saying, like, the team Conqueror Gaming.
Conqueror Gaming,
Yeah,
yeah.
they ran Ezreal, and like, holy crap, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, Ezreal can definitely take over a game if he gets ahead. Also, really hard to kill, super annoying to play against. That champion, dude. But like I think I said it yesterday. My favorite meta. Whenever I first started watching professional league, the meta was season 6 MSI, and the meta was Lucian versus Ezreal every game with some Caitlyn mixed in.
no way.
Ever since then, Lucian Ezreal has been my favorite bot lane meta. So always excited to see these two ADs be the meta.
Yeah, I miss the good old days back when I started watching in season 1, when it was basically just TSM would run Karthus, Shen, and Nocturne, and just full on global everything. Like that was like meta back then. Like it was how to win back then. If you got all the globals, you won the game. Like,
Oh yeah, true that. That was really there was even so many YouTube videos about it, you know, like the Wombo Combo Globals, the Ziggs and Mega Infernal Bomb, the Super Mega Death Rocket, True Shot Barrage, maybe sometimes Draven's ult too, but you know, and Karthus ult as well. It's just, I don't know, there were so many Wombo Combo at that point. It's actually, and we are in game number 1, so
Yes, we are, and it looks like most of the keystones are standard, except for Lucian taking Conqueror. That one seems a little bit weird to me.
that's something. That's something Double F's been toying with a little bit. So maybe he's been watching that
yeah.
a little bit. But Double F's been playing with it a fair bit lately, with mixed success. Although, if I remember correctly, he does not. I want to say he doesn't go heal if he's going Conqueror.
Yeah, TP. That's something else I wanted to bring up, is the fact that none of the ADs so far in the ABL that I've seen have actually taken TP the bot lane.
I think TP, when you're at like an LCS level of play, can be used to take really good advantage of the map. Whereas, and granted, this is still a high level of play. A lot of these players, Platinum and Diamond players, but heal is just a much safer option, especially if you start to fall behind in lane, because that heal can really, I guess, save you if you get engaged upon. Whereas if you have teleport and you get jumped on, well, you might just be dead.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I just feel like that nerf to heal just kind of made it unfavorable, and TP is still super strong. And just like, I was watching Sneaky stream one time, and he was saying that the reason for TP is like, even like, I'm gonna die anyways with or without heal, so I might as well just take the death and then TP back and not lose XP. So
oh, that's what the
I
plan
can
was.
respect that. Yeah,
okay.
that's what he said.
That's okay. That sounds like when revive used to be a thing. You know, like if I die, I could come back
Yeah.
instantly. That's what it sounds like to me. You know, like running teleport. But that's not the case right now. I mean, no one's gonna be running teleport. I guess because of the practices. You know, sometimes when you see pros run something, you gotta put into practice to see for yourself. Because most of the times, professional players, they use their own self-preference on, you know, dealing with certain situations. It's not really like Conqueror, or it's called Conqueror, right? The rune set mastery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Like, it's like that rune is good for these certain situations and not from like point A to Z. You know what I mean? So we'll see about that.
Yeah, and we have a pause.
Still
Of
with the
course.
pause.
I don't think that anyone expected anything less from us here at the ABL. Pausing at least one
ABL
time.
series days since last pause, 0. Reset that
Really?
counter, boys.
Honestly, guys, I wake up every morning and I'm like, I'm about to stream ABL today. I'm hoping there's a pause because that just brightens up my day. You know, it's better than a cup of coffee, better than brownies, fudge brownies. It's
I
better
was just gonna say what was in those brownies if you're talking like this.
yeah. Someone's asking if Beaver Buzz is good. What do you guys want to take on that, Captain Ontario? Wait, Captain of Ontario. Sorry.
Disc is messed up.
If anything, I've seen Beaver Buzz. They have a root beer flavor. I would get in that. You know, I would.
Buzz.
Yes. Energy drinks like Red
The
Bull,
official
maybe.
energy drink of the ABL.
I heard it's
Beaver
made out of
Buzz?
maple, just like the syrup.
I heard it was the best drink in the world that you can't buy in Texas.
I mean, internet.
Let me see if I can purchase some right now on the
You
internet.
can buy anything on the internet, dude.
Uh,
You know you can buy a wife on the internet, dude?
I don't think that's legal.
Technically, if I order from China or Russia,
What the heck? Beaver Buzz is $30. Oh, it's a 12
probably-
pack.
I was gonna say it's probably
I thought it
like a
was
12
one.
pack or something.
I thought it was one. I was like, wait, I'm not paying $30 for one drink.
That's awesome.
$30. Oh,
It'll be worth though.
Anyways, the shipping. Let's see how much the shipping costs. Oh, I want free 2-day shipping. I have Amazon Prime.
Oh,
Oh,
no
hell
way.
yeah.
Yeah. Go
Prime's the
Amazon.
way to go.
Beaver Buzz, we can't afford it. ABL. Oh god. Yes. I confirmed it. We are sponsored by Beaver Buzz. All right. Get your buzz on. I think that's what they said. I read
Any
some
of you
of
guys-
it.
Any of you guys watch Travis Gafford's show? What the heck is it called? Hotline League, and he's always plug-in opened by HP. We should get opened by HP to join us too with Beaver Buzz. Sponsor us.
Oh yeah. We got
That'd
Guys,
be great,
speaking-
wouldn't it?
Speaking of, you mentioned we can't afford it. You ever, I don't know how many of you watch like Magic Craft Use Fly, but there's one of his videos because he just kind of just goes off into these random rants and stuff. And at one point, I remember him saying something along the lines of, "All right, by the way, this video is sponsored by Shasta. If you can't afford brand name soda, you probably shouldn't be drinking soda in the first place."
Yeah, I heard something like that. That's exactly
Just-
what's
I don't
going
know.
on
That
here.
just like goes right into my head as soon as I looked at that. I was like, "Oh, yep, that's that video in a nutshell."
Oh, I hope that reconnect wasn't just on my screen.
Nah, I saw it too.
I saw a reconnection be. I would think.
What time do you guys have it
Interesting.
right now? Is it at 11 seconds?
11 seconds.
Yes, sir.
All right, we are all in sync. We don't have to fast forward, but if we all feel like someone's ahead of us, let's all press that fast forward key, all right? Since there's 3 of us, we all want to be in
So-
sync.
So since we're still in the last minutes of our pause, Swift Oblivion brings up a good point. Thank you to our sponsor Beaver Buzz for sponsoring the ABL. This pause is brought to you by them. And
Oh god.
definitely not brought to you by your Fradies or whatever the heck this dude. All right, I didn't practice their names before this game. Hold on. Uritas, Uratus.
This pause brought to you by Beaver Buzz, Sip Monster.
We got Chad, Uratus, Uratas, Uratas,
Eurotoss, yeah, you got it.
Uratas, Wombat, Kijo, and Dr. Hyde. 2 returning members to the ABL playing for Cynical Esports. And on the other side we have Cal Kiki, probably gonna call him Cow Kid. We got K, or Key,
Key,
Uh,
right?
Ozzy.
Kai? I don't know.
Kai.
I think it's
K.
Key.
Kai.
Or
Key.
Key.
Kai.
Okay,
Key,
we say one name and we're going by that. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Key.
Key. Okay,
Kai.
that sounds good.
Oh,
No,
2
shut
out
up,
of
bitch.
3. 2 out of
Key.
3.
Key, Ozzy, Quadra, and Kind Summoner. I wonder if he really is kind.
Um,
Sorry.
donate.
Carry on.
Kind Summoner donated me like 30 cents. So
Oh hell yeah,
Okay.
Kind Summoner! Thank you for also sponsoring the ABL. We really appreciate it. We need to plug him in the little box.
what were you gonna say,
Kind
Fridge?
Summoner is a girl.
I
Oh,
can't remember.
that-
Oh, if I get to the end of this stream and he says his name is Kai and you guys call him Key the whole time, just saying.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna
You
go with
have to
Kai
say
now
something
since
about
you say
If
that.
if that happens, then we're just gonna deny that this ever happened.
It's
We're
recorded.
gonna delete the video.
Oh no! Delete the evidence. Download it on
For
a
some
USB
reason,
drive.
that one didn't download correctly. I
Alright,
don't know
guys,
what's
alright,
going
guys.
on.
Apparently, Kind Summoner is a girl. So hello,
Yes.
Kind Summoner lady,
Yo, no.
and not a he.
Summonerette.
What is
Wouldn't
the
it be
pause
Summoner
limit on these
Red?
dudes? Because I'm pretty sure it's like 10 minutes, isn't it? We're coming up at like 9.5.
It's supposed to be 10 minutes, yeah. And
They
the
got-
one that started the pause.
It is cynical, so they have a minute and a half.
Dun dun dun.
You should hop in there and
7-minute
tell
pause.
them.
Okay.
What the hell
You
is
should
going
hop into
on?
their Discord and tell them, dude.
Yeah, go talk to them, Zweb. Check what's up. I have no idea what the hell's going on. Wait, what? Don't send me! Oh my god. No, don't send me. You
I
have
don't have
to
permission
go.
to go in there. Can
Oh, okay. I can
gotta
send
talk
you.
to 'em.
Okay. He sent me and the stream was about to hear every one of their plans and everything. Oh my god.
Okay, so after this, we're gonna go and invade through the Tribush topside, and oh hey, how's it going, Mighty Rye? Why did you join down here?
All right, and they said they're getting in the game right now. So.
All right. Wait, right now? But we're 3 minutes
Right now.
behind.
Well, right now, what are you talking?
You,
Oh, yes, you're right.
3 minute pause,
3
3 minute delay.
Yeah, so that means there's a 3-minute delay, right?
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Which means I don't know what the ruling is if it goes over 20 minutes. Or
Yeah,
over
you're gonna have to
10
call
minutes.
this one, dude. You're the admin, not me.
Okay. What the hell? This is one game forfeit. 100%. They're supposed to play it off.
I'll be right back.
So this is awkward. I don't know exactly. So it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes is forfeit. I mean, or essentially
Are you guys looking at the
unpause.
rules?
It's supposed to be unpaused. If not,
Unpause or forfeit.
yeah. It's over.
The game must be unpaused even if a disconnect or lag issues are ongoing. It must continue to play regardless. Pausing starts ready checks for pausing unless pause time runs to 11 minutes. It's usually 11 minutes. Pause time the opposing teams may unpause the match without asking for ready checks. I don't.
Because now
I wouldn't say it's a forfeit. I think if FSG had complained, it should have been a forfeit.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mind, but you know, if the commissioner runs
It's got to
through,
be consistent rules, consistent ruling.
it
Because
has to be. If
I
not,
think it's
if you think about it, if we give them 11 or 12 minutes, we gotta give everyone else throughout the entire season 11 or 12 minutes.
well, if you look at the rules, it says that FSG is allowed to just unpause it after 11 minutes.
which may have been what happened here.
Yeah, so
Okay, if they did pause it for them or unpause it, then that's fine.
A summoner has disconnected.
yeah, see, because Uranus is on DC'd again, so
As long as it doesn't get paused again, I think it's
Brutus.
okay.
Yeah.
yeah, like literally they pause it again, then FSG's allowed to just unpause it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they know that.
If they don't, I will move you back down. You let them know for me because I cannot leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I cannot leave.
I mean,
and
you
ask for each
can
other.
just, you
Are
know.
you moving me to
one
Cynical
game
or
for
FSG?
To Cynical, because they're the ones with the technical issues.
Wait, he reconnected.
Yeah, he reconnected.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell is going on, but you know, I mean, wrap foil paper over your router. You know, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, he said it was a
Is that the solution?
I don't know. Try it out yourself.
You know,
Alright,
I'm gonna go try this right now.
we are in the game. That's all that
Like,
matters.
You know what happened.
Cynical, super close to having the FF this first game, but it's okay.
All right, so I brought in
alright, so-
two color casters to fill up any and all pauses of gaps here, and I feel like it's failing.
Well, we just talked for like 20 minutes while the pause was going on.
Yeah. It's like
There's nothing happening yet. What?
And we've got Quadra here. He's killing this minion.
all right,
he's
now
garbage.
you're talking
He's
too
killing
much.
that minion. And
Level
he's gonna
2.
kill this minion too.
Oh, okay. And here's this matchup. Look at Cal. Look at Cal Kid. He's already almost dude. He used up more than half his mana, and
We're
the
being smartasses now.
key forward.
Yeah. Oh, Chad goes
Conquer
in
is
onto
proxy.
the dunk
Let's
there.
see. Is he gonna keep
Kyle
fighting? He doesn't
Kiki. No, he is backing off.
We
Okay.
got Elise here grabbing up that red buff. Hovering that top side. So is Keys, Kai's, or however the hell he wants to be said. There's Xin Zhao up there as well, so I expect to see a little bit of pressure up on the top side of the map here, possibly. Xin Zhao has a pretty solid early gank, and Elise has a pretty solid level 3 gank as well. Looks like she's going up for a lane gank.
Yeah, Xin Zhao making his way onto the top side here, and there are flashes
Yeah.
available, but so is the Elise. Eurotas on the side, gets the knockup. Oh, gets the flash away from that cocoon, and here is the proc from the passive onto the Aatrox there. Still has the still has pretty good health. Doesn't seem like how Kiki wants to go in on that. Neither does Kai.
Yeah, and luckily he had that Aatrox passive there, or else might not have been so lucky. And that Aatrox
Oh, a little bit of
passive-
fight down here at the bottom. Concussive blows, fully stacked, gets Kind Summoner on that stun. A little bit of fight here on the mid lane, and that's a huge chunk of health onto Wombat.
And there's actually an excellent arcane shift out of that headbutt pulverized there from Kind Summoner. Kijo just timed it so perfectly. As soon as the headbutt came in, he was able to dodge out of that pulverize and deal back quite a bit of damage. You saw on the Kind Summoner there. You mentioned proccing the concussive blows as well for the extra damage. So
Yeah.
good synergy there.
And that Aatrox passive, I don't think it actually has a timed cooldown. I think it's just as long as you can stack it up through auto. So that's going to be pretty crucial for Aatrox.
A little bit of poke coming in from Quadra onto Kaijo. And also, by the way, Xin Zhao has taken both Scuttles. What do you guys think about that?
I think Skittles are overrated.
Yeah, you said that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
On the
that's-
other hand, I don't think they're overrated necessarily. But
Oh, gank onto the top side. Kaukiki, no flash available.
He's
There's
done.
no way he's going to get out of this alive at all. He is
Oh,
going to
the
go down a
redemption.
redemption. What the? Oh, that's from Zoe.
Yeah. I was so confused at first. I was like, wait, what?
Are we on the
split
right
second
map?
where I was like, wait, what now? But yeah, Zoe does things.
Yeah, definitely a confusing moment, but I was wrong about Aatrox passive. He does have like a 1 minute or so cooldown.
Yeah, I believe it's 120 seconds. I can't remember. off the top of my head
920
right now, but
seconds. That sounds like forever.
It's not when you're going against him. In fact, it's up all the time when you're going against him. I would know.
920 seconds is not possible.
No,
That's-
120 seconds. I thought I was
Oh.
going to say 90 or 120, but I think it's 120.
Okay, so it's probably like a 2 to 3 minute cooldown if I had to guess at this point.
I got you. I see the blunder in my ways.
But yeah, we are here. Elise got first blood, and now there's a slight goal lead going over to the Aatrox. Oh, and Alistar goes in.
Yeah, he's gonna go all the way in here. Xin Zhao trying to catch up and was not able to clear the gap there. And Chad gonna get the knock up onto Kaukiki, but he is hard as a rock, so he's gonna be able to tank up that damage fairly easily.
You don't say, huh? Hard as a rock.
Oh,
Wait, you don't?
got him.
But he is a rock though.
That's the meme.
Oh.
Actually able to turn a lot of damage back around here.
Oh, there goes the
Ozzy.
Chad gets the level 6 right here. One more hit, gets the knockup. There goes the stun onto the bot side as well, and Quadra goes down. 2 members dead on the side of FSG all around the map.
Yeah, huge for both Chad and Ezreal. Key joke. Gold lead's right where you want them at this point, I'd say, because Ozzy's always going to do damage whether he's ahead or not. Speaking of which, he's always going to do damage whether he's ahead or not, but you really want Aatrox to get that lead, and you really want Ezreal to be ahead of, or the Lucian to be behind if you're Cynical, because it doesn't really matter if the Zoe dies, and you want the Aatrox to be ahead of the Malphite so that he has kill pressure, and you don't want Lucian snowballing, because then he just kills everyone, so I would say it's a great start so far for Cynical.
Yeah, and we're actually seeing initial trades in the top side going in favor of Kaukiki because of that double Doran's ring that he's built right off the bat. So he's got a decent amount of early AP damage going onto his abilities because of that. But if the trades get extended, Chad's not having any issues sustaining through them. And even we saw they're picking up a kill as soon as he hit level 6. So this is going to start to become an extremely rough lane for Kaukiki, especially if he continues with a more AP-oriented build. Very probable that he's just going with the double Doran's ring off the start and then going tank, but hopefully for his sake.
Yeah, I'd assume he's going Ninja Tabby here. If not, he's probably a goner. Already 0-2. Which, to be fair, he did get ganked once, but the Aatrox is pretty far ahead.
Yeah, and I mentioned before the stream as well, if Aatrox gets a lead, he can become a menace to deal with. So I actually expect him to have a pretty easy rest of the lane phase here. Probably able to just kind of do whatever he pleases up in this top lane. He's going to give it the Mundo treatment.
Yeah.
Things are going in onto the top side. Aatrox invading just a little bit there, and so is Zerotas. He's gonna stick his head just a little bit, and it seems like Ozzy's gonna get a whiff of that little bit of an invade there. Still, Aatrox, mission accomplished, gets the ward down right at the blue buff. So now they're gonna see where Kai goes.
Man, Kai clearing out the vision in the middle lane, and he's actually heading up top, so Chad needs to be careful. At least he's not quite there yet. Gonna be a couple seconds by the ult.
And here comes an ult down at the mid lane, not enough to kill Ozzy. Ozzy, sleepy bubble trouble, but misses. There goes the Q, and Wombat wins out that 1v1. And here comes that fight onto the bot side as well. Kind Summoner is gonna get the stun onto Dr. High, and there goes the block. Kijo taking up a lot of damage as well. Camera gets directed back to the top side. And it seems like the bot lane, though, they are safe and sound. Wombat very low on health, forced it back, and he's actually going to back under second tower. Let's see what happens at the top with this Elise, though.
Yeah, so many close fights right there at the same time, but this is about to be a disaster for Calcade if he's not careful.
Oh, there goes the Cocoon's gonna land combo, but he does have flash,
ult.
gets the ult on and flashes away. No flash, no return flash at all available onto the side of Cynical Esports. So, oh, there is a dragon fight right here. Great double knockup with that pulverize, and here comes the rest of the team. And Kai is gonna get the flash down. One more hit onto Ezreal, but he's not gonna get a true shot barrage on 2. Great triple stun for Wombat. The slow onto Kind Summoner. Ult is procced up. The chase is on. The Q does land, but no follow up from Cynical Esports.
Yeah, and that should be enough for Ezreal to get his Mirror Mana started, maybe even a Sheen on top of it. So this Ezreal's going to be pretty scary already. He's 10 minutes in, he's 2-0-0, already has his Mirror Mana after his next recall. And Lucian not having as much fun in this one. He's recalling right now. He's holding on to about 1,100 gold, so he's probably going to get his boots in the call fields if I had to guess. And there it is. Yeah, I mean, the Ezreal is just very, very far ahead in this. Xin Zhao just used his flash forward and ended up dying for it. And not a great start for FSG. They're going to have to pull it together. it's going to be so hard to kill this Ezreal, but you're going to have to target something like the split pushing Aatrox. If you can manage to collapse on the Aatrox multiple times, you can come back with this game being a 4v5 because Malphite has so much more team fighting power. So if there's no split pusher for Cynical, then the Malphite can just group up, press R, and win you the team fight. That's their only way, or their best way, I suppose, for them to come back in this game, short of just straight throws.
Yeah, and tons of action here happening across the entirety of the map, really, and all of it going in favor of Cynical so far. You mentioned a pretty scary Ezreal, but honestly, scary champions pretty much across the board here from Cynical. 1-0-1 on this Syndra as well. Farming relatively well, too. Some pretty good damage coming out there from Kaijo in the bot lane here on to Kind Summoner.
Yeah,
But it's an Alistar.
I had a feeling there wasn't gonna be too much of a fight there. I know you were like slowing down, waiting for me. It's actually, who would have won that fight though? I mean, Alistar was sort of close, right, for the knockup.
It definitely, yeah, it was 2v3, so they were definitely just trying to let Ezreal poke. I think they were just trying to get some poke damage down because Ali was kind of like half health or so, but he has some pots.
I don't think Kind Summoner wanted to risk going in there because Kaijo's proven a couple of times now that he can Arcane Shift away from the Headbutt Pulverize combo successfully. So, with the health bar where it was, if Kind Summoner goes in there for Headbutt Pulverize and Kaijo just Arcane Shifts away from it, that's really just putting the Alistar in a terrible situation and likely a suicide.
Right, I would agree.
King's going down onto the Dragon Pit right here. We might be seeing a fight soon, and looks like Cynical Esports are the ones ahead of the game. They will be the ones to start up onto this Dragon. There is no wards from FSG, so this is going to be pretty much free into their hands.
Yeah, and they didn't really have much of an option to contest there, short of Ozzy managing to get a pick. But this next Dragon, they're going to have to man up and kind of just go for it because it is going to be another Infernal Drake, and you can't risk them getting the double or potentially even a triple if the next one is also an Infernal. So if you give up a triple Infernal Drake to your enemies, it might just be the end of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with a team that is going to scale pretty well into the late game like this.
And here comes a fight right here down the bot lane. Glacial Fisher hits on two. There goes the ult from Xin Zhao, and Herotoss goes right on in, tries to finish off Quadra. 3 members low for Cynical Esports. Is this the turn for FSG? But they're the ones falling down on the board here. 3 members down, and Cynical Esports comes out on top.
Without even losing a member also. That's such a disaster for FSG so far in this game. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this one back. They should have taken the surrender from Paz.
Well, that being said, I mean, that fight was actually a lot closer than what it looked. Now, you had about, I would say, less than a quarter of the health bar on, I believe it was 3 members there from Cynical. Perhaps just not the best target focus here from FSG, but it was actually a relatively close fight in terms of health bars. It was just a matter of 3 dying to just barely missing out on a couple.
Yeah, and it looked like Quadra was actually about to get the kill onto the Elise, but then his ultimate got interrupted, I assume by maybe the Cocoon, so pretty unfortunate because like he had just started using it.
Here comes a fight onto the top side. That's going to be an unstoppable force, and it stops Chad from getting his passive up in time. Now there are 2 members on the top lane. They are looking to maybe get this first tower for the side of FSG.
Yeah, and there they went, you know, picking off the split pusher like I was saying. Sure, it's not quite at the point in the time where I was saying that they could just group up yet, but picking off that Aatrox is going to be their best bet throughout this whole game. Aatrox is going to need a QSS and a Guardian Angel, you know, just to QSS the Xin Zhao slow and get out of there if he wants to, like, if they continue to camp. Also the Aussie sleep if Aussie decides to roam, so I think that if they continue to pick off the Aatrox, it'll be their best bet at winning this game.
Yeah, and actually that was an excellently timed knock up there in the top lane on that fight. It stopped the Dark Flight right in the middle, so he didn't actually get any distance on it. trying to jump away there. And on the backside of that, they picked up some much-needed first tower gold there in the top lane as well. So Kalkiki is going to be pretty happy with that play.
Definitely, because if you see the scoreboard right now, they were down by like almost 4,000, and now they came back up by close to 2. So that's really huge for FSG, as this is their foot into the door once again. Now all they got to do is just commit and go through.
Yeah, they're not actually that far behind in terms of gold, only down about 2k. It's actually not terrible considering the score is 1-8. So
yeah, and it's been said before that 2k gold lead isn't going to mean as much as the game goes on. So if they can kind of maintain their gold deficit, or even if they can catch up a little bit, obviously it'll go a little bit better for them as the game goes on.
they still have this problem though, where Syndra, Aatrox, and Ezreal are all
Right. They're all going to be
Lane.
kind of a problem.
And Ezreal's not an easy champion to kill, especially someone that knows how to arcane shift out of CC combos.
Kalkiki heading down to the mid lane. Wombat in range of Unstoppable Force. He will
Oh.
follow up here. And this is going to be Sleepy Bubble Trouble onto Wombat. But Erotas gets the block
What
and
a
is
block.
ignited as well. And Ozzy still wants to go on in. Flash not available. And this looks like to be FSG's second tower of the game. But I really don't think so at the moment here. They got to be careful. They are very much low on health. Aatrox not going for the flank. Instead, will get the tower. And a little bit of a fight here at the bot lane, but that looks to be a disengage here, just a little bit. We're gonna see what happens.
I don't really agree with the choice of the Iceborne here for Ezreal. I think that it's less than 1,000 gold difference just to upgrade your Trinity, and Trinity is just a much better for damage. I don't really think he needs the kiting. I guess he wants the armor for both Lucian and Zinzao.
And here comes the engage onto the bot side right now. Dr. High is the target. Kaijo in the front. Glacial Fisher does hit onto the Kind Summoner there. Flashes are being traded out. Quadra is going to get exhausted. Healed is used up. And this is going to be a teleport from Kalkiki, but Unstoppable Force is not available. So that is going to be a cancellation there, as Chad on the top side pushing the lane is on the tower as well. It's going to have to be careful there. And this looks to be a full disengage onto the side of Full Send Gaming.
Yeah, 2 flashes from the AD and the jungler there. Actually away from Cynical, where Cynical flashed forward both of their members. No kills on either side, but a lot of flashes burned.
There was a 2v3 situation where Cynical's bot lane was getting ganked, and they managed to turn it around quite well. Put a lot of damage back onto FSG and make them actually burn their flashes out as well. I believe. Let's see. I don't know. Kaijo might have burned his flash toward the beginning of that. Now I can't.
He flashed forward after they were retreating.
Oh, correct. Okay, yep. And then, okay, I got you.
Second Infernal Drake is available here. Both teams 4-on-4, and here comes the 5th soon from both sides. So now we are looking to be seeing a 5v5 very much soon. Kind Summoner still has flash. Kalkiki also has flash with his Unstoppable Force. And yeah, Chad is here. He's at the mid lane. He's trying to add extra pressure on the flank to try to get them to separate up here onto the team fights. Dragon is being started up by Cynical Esports, and they have to get this Wombo combo down. They do see Kijo though. I don't know if they're gonna be able to catch this, and Frozen Mallet gets the slow. There goes the stun, knocks up on 2, and this is looking to be so close right here. Guy Summoner right on in, gets the knock up onto Wombat there. Kind Summoner's about to go down first, and there goes the damage coming in from FSG. But will they still be able to stand tall here at the end of this fight? The Resurrection gonna be able to be used up, and looks like Kind Summoner's gonna get ulted by Wombat there. Ozzy, FSG Kai is gonna have to back away here. 3 versus 2, and Ozzy, just a sneeze away from dying, is gonna have to be forced back there. But Kai also has to be careful. Just about 3 more hits and he could be dead as well. Chad going over the wall, uses the blast cone, making sure that Kai cannot steal this at all. They don't have smite available, but still, he's not gonna risk it.
Yeah, huge fight for Cynical. Another, I think that was what, 3 for 1?
3 for 2 there, I believe was what it was.
3 for 2. Okay, that sounds right. Elise and Braun probably died then. But Ezreal now 404. Sounds pretty promising. for Cynical, and almost done with his mana immune slash mirror mana. He looks like he's actually building towards an Essence Reaver third item.
Essence Reaver a good item on an Ezreal though. He already gets the cooldown reduction when he lands his Q, but we'll be able to with the Essence Reaver changes. I can't remember, was it 10%?
Oh, Ensemble Force being used on the mid lane. Wombat forced to flash and use that barrier. Kiki cannot tank towers. Will die with just 2 shots right there. Aussie forced to flash out. I believe it was borrowed anyway. So that's a huge loss for FSG because now Cynical can be able to position themselves. And wow, almost dead right there. Minions are attacking Wombat. Almost gets taken out.
Yeah, that was a good push setup from FSG. You know, they were just taking the mid tower for free because no one was coming to answer. But then just a little bit too greedy by Kid, and he just randomly decides to dive tier 2. His team was not really quite quick with that follow-up, so ended up just taking a couple tower shots and dying. But you kind of gotta make those plays when you're this far behind, you know?
Yeah, certainly doing everything they can to claw their way back into this. They have fallen a little bit further behind in the gold department now. Again, back down to that roughly 4,000 they were at beforehand. But a lot of that here is onto this Ezreal and onto this Aatrox. Mid lane, a bit of a lead here on the Wombat, but the CSing is relatively even, whereas if you look in the top lane, Kiki is significantly behind, about 70 CS behind on top of the 3-1 and 3 that Chad has going for him on this Aatrox.
Yeah, and FSG does have 2 towers over 1 though, so
it doesn't mean too much. But yeah, you are right. Oh, there's 2 too, actually. So
now it's tied.
But you know, we actually don't see a second tier on Ezreal yet. He's finished stacking up his mana immune. I'm actually gonna not skip that item, like the second tier. I would actually be a huge mistake in my opinion.
Sleepy Bubble Trouble is gonna land here, but no follow-up just yet.
Oh, that was an auto from Ozzy that just did all that damage to Kijo.
Oh, Kai gets slowed. Wow, Bubble Trouble. Dr. High is gonna take the paddle ball, but it's not. Paddle Star, sorry. Paddle ball.
I feel like Wombat's been spending a lot of time napping here. Should have done that before the game.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't get it.
Napping, like he always. I think he only dodged like 2 of those Sleepy Bubble Troubles. Oh my god!
He vanished!
Oh, speaking of napping, Kaijo goes straight up to the gray screen.
Jesus crud.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the Essence Reaver on Ezreal, but holy smokes, that was insane. He was over half health.
Remember that Zoe damage I was talking about on the load screen? We're starting to see him hit that point, and he's going to be able to start basically one-shotting some of these squishy champions.
Oh, here comes the gank onto Ozzy. They're going to try to catch him up, which actually, kind of thinking about that, Fridge, what you're talking about, they really did nothing to stop Ozzy from like farming or getting some of these kills. You know what I mean? Like, he's 2-1. Kind Summoner going onto the top lane against Chad. Quadra doesn't want any of that. Doesn't want to follow up.
Chad is such a high level.
Yeah, this is... I mean, Chad's pretty committed here to this split push, it seems. And honestly, he should be having no issue getting away with it. He's got the Titanic Hydra completed, and he's got the Rage Blade as well. So he should be able to 1v1.
Oh, there goes the flash engage on Kiki. That's a 3-man Glacial Fisher as well. But still, not enough. Dr. High forced to flash out. Kiki, though, he's not calling off the hunt here. They are going to chase him down, but not under tower just yet. Ozzy just picking up those free flashes and using them. Don't even care about that, you know, but we do have Chad on the top side, though. He is split pushing. He is definitely gonna pick up that tower for Cynical Esports.
You know, I just noticed that Ozzy actually has Hextech flash traction. Do you think
Oh,
Yeah, do you
Sleep is
think
gonna
he,
land. Here comes the engage right here, and that is gonna be the follow-up. Elise is gonna die. Dr. High is gonna die. Kijo in big trouble here. Quadra, no, don't leave the tower just yet. No! Quadra!
Second too early.
What the heck, Quadra? Reported. Oh, he dabs. P Penguin dabbed. Like later, Key.
Yeah, but he has a Hextech Flash Trash, and you think every time he uses that, he picks up a Flash for his W?
Yeah. I think honestly, I think it's a good job here from FSG, realizing that okay, we don't have anyone that can really deal with bad right now, so let's take Kaukiki. He's got that really strong engage with his ultimate, so that's up right now. Let's just use it, try and force a team fight. We think we can wombo them, and they did a pretty solid job there. They got a decent fight there initially, and then ended up picking up a couple of kills after the fact. Now they've lost their top tower, but I can't discredit them here for trying to make something happen when they're behind.
Yeah, absolutely. They really don't have too many options, and like I was saying, they need to be able to actually pick off the Aatrox first before they go for the fight. But it's kind of hard. Like, you'd have to actually get Ozzy, I think, to be the one to pick him with the Sleepy Trouble bubble. And even then, he already has the Spectre's Cowl, so it's not going to be easy to kill him before you go for this. So the only other option, you know, is to just hard engage, to flash Malphite the whole team. But now Wombat has that spell shield, and they still have an Ezreal who can just arcane shift out. So it's not the easiest of wins here for FSG, but they're sieging fairly well right now.
Yeah, here comes the engage. K is gonna be on the front. Kind Summoner gets a 2-man knockup and a 4,
Ooh.
a Quadra knockup with the unstoppable force. Chad has the passive up and available. Ozzy untouched, so he is just gonna be sitting on the front here. He gets the Paddle Star, hits on no one, but it looks to be a 1-for-1 trade. Support for jungler, but still, they went out by getting one more objective, getting closer to the inhibitor tower, and so close landing on that bubble trouble there onto the Ezreal.
Yeah, that was way too close for comfort for him for sure. But it looks like FSG is actually doing a fairly decent job to come back off the back of Ozzy, in my opinion. He seems to be putting in a lot of work right now.
Ozzy's putting out a lot of damage right now, but these unstoppable forces these past couple fights have been very good, locking up 3 to 4 members in each of the past couple of fights. Really does have an impact on how a fight can turn out, and they're doing a really good job of, even though they're behind, they're basically getting the fights that they're looking for. They're the ones engaging them, and they're not letting Cynical be the ones to engage the fights that they want. So because of that, they're able to come out even or ahead, and then you saw there picked up a mid turret there as well. So actually coming away with a pretty good advantage there on that fight.
Yeah, you have a good point about the Malphitals for sure. I just want to point out that Ezreal just now bought his 2nd tier. We had 30 minutes into the game, my dude. It takes like 15 to 20 minutes to stack a tier. You really think he should have bought it before he started Essence Reaver? Like, just the tier.
You sound disgusted.
I mean,
you think oh man,
it just doesn't make sense to me to buy it this late. Like, you really think this game's gonna go another 20 minutes? Like, you don't have 20 more minutes to decide how this game's gonna go. Just buy an elixir and win a team fight, and then push down some towers. You know, like, you don't. I think it's way too late to be buying a 2nd tier at 30 minutes.
Well, he's gonna be letting you know if this game goes another 20 minutes that you're wrong.
Yeah, I guess so, but I can't see this game going another 20 minutes. Either FSG is gonna get another great mouth in the game, or Cynical is gonna win a team fight, get the Baron, and probably get some towers and close it out before 20 minutes. That's my prediction. I might be wrong.
Before,
If around it does nothing, which I don't think will happen considering what's happened so far.
Right here
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
top side, FSG are pushing down for the tower right now. Ozzy getting those good backline pokes as well. Kaukiki in the front, waiting to get those unstoppable force down as well. Minions are pushing up down at the mid lane. They have to be careful.
no.
Cynical Esports, they have to clear out. That is huge damage, but Chad, very much ahead of the game, has enough items and health to be able to block that damage. But seems like this siege is over for the side of FSG.
For now, but it's insane how this game has just been turned on its head. So much siege potential for FSG just from Zoe alone. This champion is insane. Zoe is absolutely zoning.
Oh, here comes the fight, and that is gonna be Chad. He goes up too soon there. Kind Summoner goes on in, tries to protect the Lucian. It's gonna go down and shut down kill onto Ozzy. Irotas is also gonna get killed off, but this is FSG's game. Dr. High, the only member for the support side on the side of Cynical Esports, is gonna go down. Kind Summoner not done yet. Tries to get down the chase. So it's Kaukiki, followed by Kai, or whatever his name is. It don't matter. They're gonna not let Wombat get away that easily just yet. Blast Cone is available. Wombat does not have flash, does have barrier. There goes the ult from Zhen Zhao, and
Here comes
Wombat,
Ali.
he's walking up onto the Alistar that just went back to base. Wombat's gonna go down, and that is an ace. First ace coming in for FSG.
Honestly, he did a great job stalling for that long because at this point, everyone of his teammates are
Yeah,
respawning.
that was a bit hard on the chase. That burned up a good 45 seconds and it allowed
Yeah.
his whole team to respawn. So
Yeah, super
Work.
hard chase. Yeah, that was insane. That was literally like they had like 45 seconds respawn timers, and they all came alive by the end of that. So,
And that was the first Malphite ult there that I've seen. It only hit one member outside
Right.
of the lane phase, anyways.
right.
So not even the best Malphite ult there that he could have gotten, but the fight was still significantly in FSG's favor. So they look to be in control of this game now. I mean, still behind by about 1,500 gold, but absolutely starting to take control of these fights and push objectives at will, essentially. I mean, the lane phase very heavily in favor of Cynical, and it looked like they were going to be the ones to just completely dominate this game, but the macro play out of FSG so far has really brought them back into this.
Yeah,
Might be
something I
seeing
didn't
a
really
fight here
consider.
soon.
Yeah, something I didn't really consider going into the mid game was Zoe's siege potential, along with the threat of a Malphite ult. Both of those, like Zoe alone, has so much siege potential. Like you have to be careful. But that is looking like a start of a trade for the Baron for the
Third
Dragon.
Inferno trade too. Yep, so that is going to be a
Baron's
third Inferno
out.
Drake traded out, and FSG, they are opting in for this as well. So now Ozzy standing here in the middle, making sure he can probably zone them out by himself for as long as possible, but that is going to be a Baron secure. Chase is on. Boost is coming in. Dr. High with the Unbreakable on the front. Can't get anywhere though. Fell asleep. Is going to have to just back off.
Yeah, and that is a worth it trade, in my opinion, right now for FSG, as long as they can. You know, if FSG does nothing with this Baron, someone gets picked off, they have to just wait, then this is actually going to be a better trade for Cynical at that point, because they're going to have the triple Infernal Drakes. But so, FSG really has to be careful here, no one can get picked off, and they have to be able to push this lead. Look at that bot tower super low, the top tower is missing some health. Get that free gold off the map.
Yeah, I agree. If Cynical can hold this Baron off without giving up too much, that's definitely going to be worth it in favor of Cynical. But with the macro control that FSG has started to have in this game, I don't see that happening. I feel like FSG's macro gameplay has just been so good that I don't see them screwing up with the Baron here to an extent that would make it not worth.
You never know.
Oh, you never do know. And they do have, actually, even more so, they have Banner of Command here on Kaukiki, so all he's really got to do is drop that on a cannon, and then they just got to stand near it.
Right, and then they can zone with Zoe, threaten the Malphite ult. There's a lot of things they can do here.
Yep, so this is looking to be a siege right here down at the mid side. Baron buff is on top of FSG for another 2 minutes, I believe. And now this is Cynical sitting in their base. They had the lead off the beginning, and now they're down by 400 gold, which is just amazing. They have 3 Infernals. They had a huge lead off the beginning. They had like 3 kills for every 1 person on their team. No, that's too much. But anyway, like maybe 2. But basically now Siege Minion is here, and it seems like they are going to be able to continue on this siege onto the side of FSG. The Siege Cannon is going to be able to clear out the way. So is Ozzy, and Ozzy's trying to get those Paddle Stars right on into the back line. But this tower is going down slowly but surely. And is that a banner command on it? It is. One more shot and 11 health. Are you kidding me? Just go down. And it will go down. And now this Siege Minion is taking aim onto an inhibitor. Cynical Esports don't know what to do. They are just staying in the back right now. They're just going to let this inhibitor tower go. And there is no other minion wave pushed up yet. But now the FSG are just going to make it up to the top lane and potentially get that second tier 2 tower.
Yeah, and you see the two-shot barrage here from Kaijo trying to clear out as much of that wave as he can, but such a massive wave that it's not going to make any difference. In fact, 2 cannons on this should mean this tower drops with no issue, and the next tower will then be threatened. And again, all they've got to do is stand back and defend the cannons. They got 2 of them here. Eventually, someone's going to have to clear out the minions in the mid lane here.
Cynical is going to also defend. They took down 2 siege minions, but 1 came back to replace those both. And that is going to be looking to be good enough there. Dr. High almost gets taken out by Ozzy alone. That pushes the support out, and now they are just going to outnumber on top of this inhibitor tower, but they are not going to be able to clear it. True Shot Barrage hits onto 2. Sleepy Bubble Trouble. This could mean danger, and it does not get close enough. And yeah, I thought Kijo was about to get that block. Kalkiki, though, getting up on the front there. The Dark Flight is on cooldown. They looks like Cynical Esports have to retreat here. Banner command onto the Siege Minion. Once again, they don't have the Baron. It is gone, but they still have it. There goes the knockup. Good job from Ezra to avoid it. And here comes the team fight. Kind Summoner gets a 4-man knockup. And there goes Unbreakable, blocking the entire Luciano. Resurrection is going to be used up. Glacial Fisher hits on no one. And looks like Ezreal and the Xin Zhao are going to lose their life here. Jungle for ADC, but is it going to be enough to back FSG off of this inhibitor onto this inhibitor for the top side here as the super minions are coming down towards the mid?
I am pretty sure that the Malphite ult hit less people than the Alistar knockup.
Okay, so so that was a little intense there. Baron dropped in the middle of that tower being taken. They did manage to get that. Another great unstoppable force there from Kalkiki. Rough lane phase for him, but man, he's been more than making up for it with these ultimates in these team fights.
Yeah, and Aatrox level 18. Let's go, dude. And I don't know how much it's gonna matter at this point. He does have 4 items. Wonder what he's gonna get last item though, because so far we haven't actually seen a split pushing at all. Like you would expect from this Aatrox pick, he's actually only been grouping with his team, and that's really not what you want to do with the champion at all, because the whole strength of Aatrox is the 1v1.
Yeah, and he was so far ahead, you'd have expected to see him split push a lot more than he was doing. But at this point, I don't think he has much choice but to group with team or clear the super minions coming into their base, because they're just so far behind.
Yeah, and they're about to dance over this Elder Dragon, but I don't think that's really an option right now for Cynical. Rushing it down, which would be a huge mistake, because there's a banner top lane going into their base, potentially going to take that inhib. They have super minions pushing in mid. They either have to fight or they have to recall. There's no other choice. Give it up.
Here it is, game time for both sides of the team. Ozzy gets the front, gets the sleep onto Dr. High. Dr. High is looking to be the first one to die in this team fight for Cynical Esports. Chad almost follows up. Kalkiki gets the ult onto the backside, and Wombat kills Ozzy, and there goes Elise as well for the follow-up. And now Wombat goes fairly low here for the side of Cynical Esports. Looks like Kai is going to die here. Chad does not have the passive up, does have will not be able to resurrect. Sorry about that. Kijo is the only one alive. Quadra looking for Kijo. Kijo finds Quadra, and Quadra is going to try to follow up here. All he has to do is buy time. There are super minions in the base right now. Kind Summoner is also pushing up, but it seems like Quadra is going to die, but Kind Summoner is hitting onto the Nexus Tower, and there are 2 super minions as well. Ezreal is backing off. Braum is alive. Sure, you can click onto that mastery, but you don't have the damage to finish off this game. So it looks like Kind Summoner will fall here very much soon.
It was a good try. It was a really good try.
Oh, they get the top inhib.
Can't blame him for trying there, but man, these banners are pretty on point here from Kalki. Dropped it in the top side of the map, and now just that macro decision making. As they rotated down to the bot, threatened the dragon, threatened the bot lane, and with the help of a banner in the bot lane as well, they managed to pick up a tower down there.
Yeah, a lot of a lot of gold taken by the banner alone. Very, very cost-efficient items, considering how many towers they've taken back in return.
Elder Drake looking to be start up once again. This time it's Cynical Esports taking the front, and they are also the first ones there at the Elder Drake. Ozzy and Kalki, they are looking for a different target here for that mid tower. Elder Drake falling very, very fast here. Now Kalki and Ozzy are coming back down though. Will they be able to get the ult here? And there goes the star. Xin Zhao gets the front. They're gonna wait for the Unbreakable, and now it's Kalki gets a knock up on 2. That is gonna be 1 death for Cynical Esports, and no other will fall just yet. And now 1 for FSG will die as well. Kalki almost dead. Chad goes down for Cynical Esports. Dr. High is almost down for Cynical Esports. Ozzy gets the paddle star onto the top, onto Dr. High, and Kaijo goes over the wall, is gonna be able to get the kill onto Ozzy as a return. 3 members alive for FSG, 2 members alive for Cynical Esports. Kind Summoner gets the pulverize onto Wombat. Wombat stunned up, can't return back to base. Kind Summoner trying to push up Wombat out of defending the base here, gets stunned up. It's gonna die, and that is gonna be 2 inhibs down because 1 was previously gone, but the second inhib definitely gonna add that pressure.
Yeah, and that was a very, very weird TP from Kalki. He was literally standing at the enemy tier 1 mid and then TP to the enemy tier 2 mid to try and get the inhib. I mean, I'm pretty sure Lucian walked there faster than the distance of the teleport, but it's okay. He got the inhib. That's all that matters, right?
By the way,
secure the inhib.
it's 20 minutes, by the way.
Oh, I noticed. And he does have his complete in here.
In fact, he used it already in that fight. So you were off. He probably got it at about 18.5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I said 15 to 20.
Yeah, somewhere around there, right? It's a soft cap.
Like, if you're spamming spells, 15 minutes. If you're, you know, pretty bad at it, 20 minutes. But
I just wanted you to be wrong, mostly, but okay, you do you.
not possible.
I'm
Alright,
never
so
wrong either.
here we go.
Well then.
This is going to be
You're
interesting.
wrong about the Kai thing.
FSG starting up on the Elder Drake,
Oh, the
and here
flash.
comes the fight onto Kai, but Kai is not going to get engaged on just yet. Chad is here finally, but super minions onto the top side. They are at the gates of the red team's walls. So will they be able to get anything? And wow, Drowsiness is gonna hit onto Ezreal. Knock up on 3, and looks like they are gonna trade it out. 1 for Cynical Esports will go down, 1 for FSG, and the chaos from all these knockups going down and up here. Shutdown kill. Cynical goes down on 2 and 3, and Chad is the only one alive for Cynical Esports right now. He is the only one that can protect this game, and now it is Syndra versus Xin Zhao versus Chad. Pentakill for Chad, but still the Nexus Tower falls on the side of Cynical Esports.
Oh my god. That sucks.
All right, so that fight there, I mean, they fought over that Elder Drake 3 or 4 times there toward the end of that game, and FSG that whole time was just, all right, we can just keep on taking this fight over and over again. As long as we have inhibs down, we're going to have supers pushing into their base, and they're not going to eventually they're gonna have to have someone back, or they're gonna lose the game to supers. That's exactly what happened there. A great fight there from Cynical and an excellent pentakill there from Chad, but it's all for a loss, unfortunately, as the supers the whole time were just knocking away at the Nexus.
So
Yeah,
it is the first
excited.
time for everything. Chad picks the first pentakill for ABL Esports Season 4, and he also picked up, I've never seen it before, getting a pentakill and lose. That's what I'm trying to get at. I've never seen that before. And I don't
Losing,
mean like
during the pentakill.
yeah,
at
like
that.
not like, oh, I got a pentakill like 20 minutes before we lost. It was like right after, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, very dramatic ending to that game. It was unfortunate, I would say. They managed to pick up that fight win. I didn't know if you guys noticed, but that redemption that came in literally won Cynical that team fight, because they all got bursted by like the Malphite ult, and then like the Zoe / Zinzao. They like literally every single member was at like 200 HP, and then the redemption came in, and they all managed to live long enough to come back for that one. So, not that it really
You got
won them
Dr.
the game.
Right.
Yeah, not that it won them the game or anything, but it was a very good redemption.
Certainly a good fight there for Cynical, but it was all in vain as they ended up losing the Nexus to the minions.
Yes, indeed.
Still,
Are we gonna take a short break before game 2, or are we gonna go straight into it?
no, we're gonna take a short break. So, yeah, don't go anywhere, guys, because this is not done yet. It is the best of 3. FSG takes in the first game, but Cynical Esports, though, they are firing back. So don't go anywhere, guys. These games are getting intense. So we will be back.
Fake loving and hating on silver screens, believing everything we come to see. Go outside, it feels so good. We're loving and hating and making scenes. Now we just see everything we believe. We just see everything. We just see everything. Rocky.
Welcome back to the ABL. We are done with the pick bans on Pro Draft. We still got the same casters here, same caster crew. We got Mighty Rye, Fridge, and myself, Zoob. And we are just going to go ahead and play through these picks in the client. Fridge, you were talking about how you like the Braum Lucian combo, and they actually managed to pick that up for the side of FSG this game. So, what are you thinking about that now?
I think anytime you can get Braum and Lucian together in the bot lane, now that Lucian has become, I don't want to call him a top tier AD carry, but at least a viable AD carry to pick in the current meta, Braum is one of the strongest supports in the game. It makes it a really easy time for a Lucian to proc those concussive blows with his passive. Now can't be double tap or something like that. Either way, just makes it a lot easier to proc that concussive blow passive and get that stun. A lot of extra damage, free abilities, and honestly, just a really obnoxious bot lane to go against.
Agreed. What about the Kai'Sa Alistar? Either of you guys have opinions on that duo lane and how they might play into Lucian?
Well, I personally haven't played much Kai'Sa, but I've seen it played effectively, and when it's played effectively, it's an absolute terror. So that in and of itself can be very scary. Dr. High here on the Alistar, he does like Alistar, and as I mentioned, game one, and it's kind of ironic, we're basically just switching supports here, as it was kind of Summoner on the Alistar in game one and Dr. High on the Braum. Now they're just kind of swapping it around. But as I mentioned in game one, I would say Alistar is still one of my favorite supports. He's got some good engage, and he's able to tank a lot of damage post level 6 with that ultimate, Unstoppable. Gives him, I believe, what is it, 50% damage reduction from all sources at level 6, and then goes up to, I believe, 70 once he hits level 16. I think it's 70. But either way, he becomes extremely hard to kill and has a pretty solid amount of CC in his kit as well.
Yeah, I totally agree, especially on Dr. High, who really does love Alistar. But to me, it looks like Cynical is once again opting for a team fighting comp with the Ori, the Kai'Sa, like a late game team fighting, I suppose, because Kai'Sa scales really well. Orianna Shockwave will always be relevant. You got the Sejuani and Irelia, who are both great for picks in the late game. And we were talking about how Sejuani isn't exactly a good jungler right now, but if they can hold on throughout this lane phase, which they were able to last time, they actually got leads in all the lanes last time. So if they can just hold on this game, I think that their 5v5 is actually much better.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing about the Sejuani is not so much that it's a bad champion overall, just in the current meta with a lot of these early game brawlers in the jungle, especially with the high priority that people are putting on Scuttle Crabs. You see a lot of fights over those. And Sejuani's just really not able to duel with a lot of these early game junglers. She's going to have a pretty rough time in the early part of the game, but if she can get past that, her ultimate is still really strong at locking someone down. I mean, you've got an Orianna that can basically use both Sejuani and Alistar as a shockwave delivery service. Irelia just becomes a split pushing menace, so we're gonna see Chad on another split pusher this game. We'll see if he chooses to utilize the split push potential, because he really only did for about half of the game last game, and then he started grouping up and kind of threw away that advantage he had.
Yeah, because he could have pushed all the way to an inhibitor, because he got an early tier 2 top tower and no one to face him. So I believe he should have stayed with the split push. Now, speaking on the side of FSG, they too have a really obnoxious combo. They have Lulu with the Renekton. That's a triple health buff. Like, Renekton is just going to be so huge on these team fights. You know, they had to kill him 3 times.
Yeah, and on top of that, you get the shields out of Lulu as well. It's not. It is going to be more out of the mid lane. It's not like a Soraka heal every 2 seconds or anything like that, but definitely a nice a nice little added bonus that you can get out of Lulu. The nice bonus you get out of her as well is being able to buff her teammates' movement speeds or polymorph enemies. And also offering a slow, really just a great utility champion in general. Don't see her mid lane too often anymore, but definitely looking to play some sort of a protect the Lucian or just completely make her an unkillable type of comp. It would appear anyways. On the other side of things, Key. I'm going with Kai. I'm going with Kai to disagree with you.
Just say to Kai too.
Key.
I know.
We keep switching his name over
Just
and
to
over
disagree
again.
with it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to be unbiased and say every possible way of saying it, so I know I'm not completely wrong.
I hope at the end of the game he doesn't switch his name to like those 3 names that we've been putting on him, you know?
It's actually K or something like that, and we've all been saying it wrong.
Why didn't he just put K? Why do you have to put EI after?
Maybe it's something foreign. I don't know. Maybe they pronounce E's like A's, and I don't know. Insert other country here.
Zoo, what do you
Or
think?
State on the name or what?
Yeah.
I think it's,
This is where we're gonna focus.
I think
The
it's
whole
Key.
cast.
It's Key. It's Kai. Kai. Have
Where's-
you ever watched
He
Dragon
doesn't
Ball
even
Z?
know. He doesn't even know.
If
We-
you watch Dragon Ball Z, Key is Ki and then Kai is like Kai, so it's kind of hard to judge because maybe
EI?
it's.
Do you think he
No.
was? Do you think he was in Dragon Ball Z?
I mean, probably not really because it started whenever we were like 0. Unless you're
Okay, I
old.
just wanted to be sure that you didn't have that idea in your head because he probably.
Are there old people in the ABL? Like, is anyone in the ABL over 30?
I'm like 80.
Wait, what? I'm 25 and I know what Dragon Ball Z is and Dragon Ball.
Damn, you guys are old too,
What?
huh?
God.
Started when I was like 0 years old, and we're like 10 years older than him or something.
Yeah, you weren't even
No.
born yet.
Dragon Ball Z started in like the 80s, dude.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't even close to being born.
Well, that's not my problem.
All right, just to be safe here, let's all press that fast forward button, shall we?
I'm already forwarded.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
my phone's not responding now.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
way to go. You just screwed everything up.
I can watch it on stream.
I'm gonna be about
30 seconds behind the play. Yeah.
So no
do you think of
Morgana,
Summoner's Rift.
no Morgana, no Thresh, no Invade, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, you have Alistar, you have to get really close for that
30
Pulverize.
seconds until minions spawn.
You could get away with it if you're FSG right now because Brahm's concussive blows could give them a little bit of kill pressure here, but looks like nothing is going to happen. It's just going to kind of be a little 5-point offensive or line of scrimmage, offensive line, I almost said. Little line of scrimmage start here from both sides. Not overly surprised from Cynical
Minions have spawned.
on that.
I'm back in game. Let's do it.
Overall,
All right.
I see this going to a third game. What do you think, Zweb?
I say that if FSG can close this out early, that they're just gonna win. But if this game goes past like 30, 40 minutes, then I think Cynical wins.
How about you, for how about you, game number 3, Fridge? What do you think?
Now, here's the thing about this. It's going to be pretty hard to say because Cynical showed some really, really great control during the lane phase last game, but really, really got out macroed. The thing is, this team that they built this game is a stronger team fight comp, so they may have a bit of an easier time forcing team fights.
Yeah, and they
Then
don't
they get
have
that weak.
Zoe.
And yeah, they're not dealing with Zoe here either.
That would I
About
would
little.
say is the biggest deal with the Zoe dude. 'Cause Zoe is insane, champ.
Yeah, and absolutely just one-shotting people.
Oh my
at some
god!
point in the game.
Oh my god! That damage on the wall.
Yeah, Wombat almost goes down. Holy crap.
Seems balanced, right, Lulu?
Yeah, Lulu is really, really hard to deal with.
I mean, Oriana just has to, Wombat just has to make it to level 6, but Ozzy's like, you know, go base. You don't have teleport, so that means Ozzy, sure, he's gonna get his level 6, but if he's one level higher, his Pixie Dust, or Glitter Lance is just a lot stronger at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned, you know, level 6 is going to be a big turning point here.
Oh, that was a fail smite from Erotus there. Kai is going to be fighting off here, and here comes Ozzy onto the backside. Chad is here as well. Flawless Duet will land the stun onto Ozzy. Flash is going to be used up. No follow-up just yet. Here comes Renekton though. Kaukiki coming down onto this fight. Wombat over the wall is out of position. Will not be able to help out. There goes the slow. There goes the follow-up, and the first blood for Kaukiki.
Where was Wombat? Why was he over the wall? Like, I understand pretty low, but you could at least put some damage out and try and make them back off. Like, that was very poorly paid by the mid laner, in my opinion.
I think he was a little bit on the slow side to react there. Got over there and put a shield up when he got the chance and thought that was perhaps going to be enough, but Kaukiki was having none of that. Used his flash to get in there and secure that first blood for himself. That's going to be huge on Renekton.
Honestly, I also think it was a little bit of Irelia. I think that at that point, whenever she had the Oilers, okay, whenever she had the reset on Kha'Zix, okay, we're good. On Kha'Zix, like, she could have, whenever, after she got her reset on Kha'Zix, she could have queued him again and then autoed him, and I think he would have been dead, but chose not to do that, and that would have been a 3v2 at that point, you know, like Renekton, Lulu versus the Triad topside, and that might have actually won them the fight, but too hesitant, I suppose would be the word.
Oh, there goes the engage right here on Dr. High. Gets the flash and the pulverize. There goes the stun. And another one right after that. Stunned and locked down for Kind Summoner. Will fall.
Now, a lot of early aggression here from Erotus coming in on this Sejuani pick. Not one of the high damaging dually type of junglers that are popular in this meta, but these ganks, there's that gank in the bot side there, and the fighting that happened a little bit earlier here that actually got Kaukiki his first blood. Showing no fear so far on this Sejuani pick. Completely fine with fighting.
Yeah, I agree. Especially considering that Kha'Zix is really good in the fairly good in the early game, I suppose. That's where like his strength is the early to mid game, where he can get some picks and whatnot. And Sejuani does fairly well throughout the whole game, so always has potential to be useful. That is, I actually played against the Kha'Zix that went Storm Razor, like third item or so, and he was absolutely one-shotting everyone. So just to see if other Kha'Zix players are doing it, or if it was just that one bad my Stology game that I lost to.
A little bit of a gank here, almost catching out Ozzy, but Ozzy got a big whiff on where the Sejuani was and on what side Erotus was as well. Kind Summoner hiding the brush, gets the Winter's Bite. Irelia on the top side right now, and for Chad, he doesn't have any more corrupting potions, so Kaukiki's gonna be able to poke him down bit by bit until he can instant kill him.
Yeah, and both of these top laners have decent built-in sustain, but Kaukiki having a bit of a lead here in the top lane means he's going to do more damage in these trades, specifically in this matchup. And
here comes the gank right here. Kai is here onto the top side. Chad, no flash, just gonna go down to the calling Meek there. So just one Q from the Renekton is good enough. Ozzy is actually making his way around here. Erotus does have flash, but he has to be careful here. Two more hits for that damage there, and great flash from Erotus, noticing that Ozzy would have committed right then and there.
Ozzy did flash in there to throw that help picks onto Kaukiki. I think he was possibly looking to use the ultimate had Erotus not used his flash there to try and get that knock up. But was not to be a lot of solid pressure up here in the top lane from Kaukiki, and now 2 kills onto him means he's going to have no problem.
Chad, no flash again.
Lane.
Flawless Duet does not land, but does not matter. He has nowhere to run. Kaukiki once again on a killing spree, 3-0 in 7 minutes. This Renekton is just gonna grow way too big.
Yeah, and this early game is going so much better for him than last game as well. If you remember, on the Malphite did die a couple times early on.
Yeah, got a solo killed, and have you noticed Cynical's actually setting up a slow push bot lane? So I'm curious to see if FSG just allows this to happen and what they plan on doing after the slow push. Because if they just push it in tower recall, it's not exactly the most ideal situation. Maybe you have your support roam mid.
There it goes once again, a little bit of fight on the bot side. They are just trading out, but it seems like FSG are the ones winning out the trading at the bot side. But still, don't count Cynical Esports out yet. Dr. High has his favorite champion. He knows the limits, and also those grapefruits are available, so he's gonna be able to get that health back up. Virotas does have level 6 and is around the bot side, so we might be able to see a lane gank here very much soon for Cynical Esports.
Yeah, and like I was saying, they had to do something with the slow push. They chose to invade the jungle, and it looks like all his camps are up in the bot side, so fairly good. You know, having the enemy bot lane push under the tower allows you to just freely do whatever you want in the river. There, maybe make a roam anywhere.
There
Oh
it goes.
no, poor
Chad.
Chad.
Chad going on top again. This is a disaster right now. One more hit from the isolation. That is gonna be taste the fear bonus damage on top of Chad. And this sucks. He only has Phage, 48 farm, level.
This is terrible.
Yeah, this is not looking very much good here. And now Irotas though looking at the bot lane. Lucian has left. Kind Summoner is the only one left under the tower here. Gets the Glacial Fisher, but not enough here. Irotas gets up to 3 tower shots. Will not be going down. Aussie rotating onto the top side as well. This is going to be looking for a tier 2 tower, which is going to beat the tier 1 that they will get on the bot side for Cynical Esports.
Yeah, and it seems like Cynical and
Oh,
Eurotas in
this
specific.
is the combo I was talking about. This could be a jump on right here. The overgrowth is available. Kalkiki all in right here, and that is it. The overgrowth's gonna
Oh
be
my
used up,
God.
but there goes the base recalls as well, and this is gonna be 3 strong, 4 strong. Oh wait, that's everyone strong in the base to kill off the to shut down these kind of pushes. And still, they make out with 2 kills for 3.
I mean, it's not often that you see people diving Nexus towers at 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
But that's how big of a lead Kalkiki has up in this top lane. He's able to draw the entire team over to him, and that means they're gonna get a lot of damage out of this bot turret. They did lose a little bit of their turret as well, but I mean, it's pretty well lost in the top lane here for Cynical, and you can see them kind of starting to ignore that lane there toward that second turret that they were getting pushed in on.
Yeah, and he built a BF sword on Renek, and that's 3 different components that don't build into one item. Regardless, I wonder if he's gonna build that BF.
Irotas hits onto the blast cone, gets over into the dragon pit. Dragon pit is gonna reset. Dr. High gets a 2-man knockup. Quadra very low, goes down to the Void Seeker. Now this is gonna be an advantage for Cynical Esports, as Kai also gonna go down. Kind Summoner on the run, and Cynical Esports are looking to take Dragon.
Yeah, good fight there.
Yeah. Sorry.
No problem. I was just gonna say, good fight there from Cynical Esports. They did lose.
Oh, they are just gonna jump onto Wombat. Great shockwave there on the Orianna. Gets the stunned up. Aurelius gonna pick up a kill for himself. Chad gets a double kill actually, and now back onto Aussie. Aussie trades out onto Wombat, and Chad gets a triple kill.
That's literally the entire lead that they got right out the window. Chad is now 4 kills picked up. They also got the dragon. This is right.
Oh, Dr. High getting engaged on. No one can follow up. Go on, Zweb. Sorry.
Just saying, he's right back in the game. He's gonna might have enough for his Trinity Force. He's sitting on 2K. Might need a little bit more. But yeah, looks very bad for the Renekton at this point. And like I was saying, Essence Reaver or GA was what I was trying to say about Renekton's build, because you can see him build both. Um, I figured since he was snowballing, he might try to go the GA early, hence the BF. But now that I see the long sword, I think he's probably gonna go for Essence Reaver.
Essence Reaver has been a relatively popular pick on the Renekton as of this past patch. I've not actually tried it myself, but I've heard that his stun is up all the time.
Kalkiki,
Yeah.
this is looking to be a 3-on-1. Permafrost is locked in, and so are those cocksticks. Dang it, what is that, Kaisa? Second skin.
What is that thing
The
called?
passive is called Caustic Wounds. There you go. Caustic Wounds. I don't know why I keep
You
forgetting.
almost had it.
Yeah, I almost had it. GG. There's still 9 weeks, 8 weeks. Oh, nice steal from Wombat.
Ooh, and FSG's going to be taking this Rift Herald here, probably. I guess I should say probably. They most
Looks like no
likely be
contest.
taking this, yeah. And that is almost a guaranteed tower, but FSG is up 3-0 towers right now, so.
Yeah, it could get evened up here in the bot lane, as they did get a pretty good pick there on Kalkiki. More than a minute ago. Not quite gonna get this tower, but we'll take it very low, and we'll likely be able to get it within the next couple waves.
I feel
Or
like
they'll die now.
Kalkiki can 2v1 here, as we are just about to see the ult goes down, and there goes the heal. But those caustic wounds, though, they're doing a lot of damage. Voice Seeker on cooldown is just almost up, and that Arcadian Rain is not gonna be
good
enough.
Q.
Ozzy comes in, that's the Q. Where's the overgrowth? And there it goes. It seems like Kalkiki is gonna turn onto this fight, but Kijo picks up the kill onto Kalkiki as well. Shut down kill for Ozzy, and now Cynical Esports looking to take down mid.
Yeah, and Cynical's bot lane is giving back to Renekton what Renekton and Kha'Zix were doing to Irelia, just completely diving them. And sure, that time Renekton had friends come, but not always going to be the case. And Renekton does finish his Essence Reaver, but he goes from 3-0 to 3-4 fairly quickly in the
Yeah,
game.
he had an extremely good start to this game. Kind of the opposite of what happened last game. A rough start and then really picked it up. This game, a really, really strong start. And I think a big part of what has caused him to fall a little bit in this game is the fact that he just didn't finish an item. He could have gone for the Black Weaver, could have gone to finish the Titanic Hydra. Instead sat on 3 different components of 3 different items. Does now finish the Essence Reaver, but perhaps could be a bit too late on finishing a first item.
I would agree. It's way too late, actually. Sure, Irelia hasn't finished an item, but, at 10 minutes he was 3-0, and then at 14 minutes he's 3-4. So, just the fact that he's died so many times also is just huge as to why he's not snowballing anymore. Like, that's 4 minutes worth of death timer that you're not farming, you're not getting kills, you're getting a tower, it's a lot of gold you're missing out on by being dead. A lot of XP you're missing out on.
And you gotta wonder if diving the Nexus towers there about the 9.5 minute mark was maybe the start of the downfall here for him.
Yeah, it was a little bit crazy. I was not expecting that for sure.
There goes a little bit on a fight here. Erotas gets spotted out. There are the rest of the members for FSG coming down to the bot side as well. Kaijo is gonna sit in the front. Arcadian Rain, like those little soldier minions, and the Rift will be summoned here for FSG. This is a commitment, but there's only 3 members versus 4. This is a sign of disrespect here. They could have brought the Braum and the Lucian down as well and maybe contest this, but maybe they just want to run a 0-2-3 in order to get the first tower on the mid lane.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much just to make sure that most of the members from Cynical were going to stay down here so they could secure that mid tower. But now, a few of them rotate up and they might lose this tower.
Yeah, no, it does not look like it. Alistar is going to be able to get overgrowth actually onto the Kha'Zix, but Dr. High looking for more blood, chasing down Ozzy and Kalkiki, but the chase is over. So now they are only going to pick up 1 kill as FSG picks up 1 tower for themselves.
Yeah, 1 tower there for FSG, but that's a lot of health gone on that second tower. It was a good job from Cynical to pick up a kill there on Kai, but I feel like they could have committed to that fight a little bit earlier. They let that tower drop extremely low before they picked the fight, and honestly, that fight could have happened with the tower at 3/4 of the health bar, probably. All in all, the Herald was dropped there, and I think what they were going for was to try and secure that mid on that play. Wow, a lot of
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, a lot of damage here. Kaukiki's gonna get exhausted and stunned up. Caustic Wounds though, doing a lot of damage, and that is gonna be the flash kill onto Kijo. Dr. High pretty much in trouble and very much low on those levels. Here comes Ozzy for the overgrowth very much soon. Actually, overgrowth is not even available yet. 2 more shots for the permafrost. Here comes Quadra and Kind Summoner making their way to the bot side. Kaukiki gonna be able to get that health back. He is just so far ahead. He can win out onto these 1v2 duels, but Erotas has to be careful. Kind Summoner is here. Winter Spy not gonna land, and that is a huge whiff on Glacial Fisher as well. So they're not gonna be able to catch onto Wombat there, but still trading out that flash.
It's pretty weird that Irelia's been farming a side lane now for 8 minutes, and it's still down 60 CS, 40 CS. Like, she's literally just been sitting in the side wave. Get your game up.
Definitely has been split pushing a lot here, but possibly just so far. I didn't actually see what the CS differential was at the time that
think it
started. I
was-
wish I had.
60 to 100 after 10 minutes or something like that.
Very possibly was just freezing. I
should have paid closer attention to that. He could have just been freezing that wave to try and make a bit of a comeback on it, but Kaukiki's just been shoving, and then
Yeah, but he's also been dead for like 4 minutes of the time, so I feel like he should at least be able to make up a 40 CS deficit, you know, in 4 minutes. Like, if your enemy's not farming, also he's doing a lot of fighting, you know, he's not just farming. I don't know. I feel like he should have more CS than he does, but just a little nuance, in my opinion. Right now, what are you guys looking in terms of macro? How do you think both these teams are wanting to play it, considering it's fairly even? Slight goal lead for FSG, but we have the Dragon coming up at some point. I was
To
actually
me, the macro looks lazy. Like, as soon as Kaukiki could basically 1v1 Chad and Erotas, they didn't even like use that opportunity. They're just like, you know what, Kaukiki, go and 1v2 Dr. High and Kijo instead, when they weren't the ones shut down on the top side. So the macro, I felt like it was lazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just they could have done more around the map with that type of lead.
yes, but early pings here up near the Baron from FSG. We have the teleport available for Kaukiki. There were 4 members from Cynical down there not long ago on the bot side, but
And here comes the fight. Dr. High on the front. Glacial Fisher hits on 2, but those are the tanks. Now they FSG trying to gain that distance. One more shot, and there goes the stun from the concussive blows. But Kind Summoner is gonna get obliterated almost instantly, and Key on the side not gonna be able to do anything. And Cynical Esports picks up on 2.
Yeah, and the mid laner and AD carry for Cynical are 2%. So even though this top laner still has the advantage, it's not the end of the world, because like I was talking about, you know, whenever it comes to late game, the Cynical is just going to win the team fights, and all the players they need for the team fights are at their strong points really either now or very, very soon. You know, this Kai'Sa's 7-2-4, has 2 items done already at 20 minutes. Orianna looks like she's almost going to be able to finish her... No, she's definitely going to be able to finish her Zonia's on this next back. It's very scary for everyone outside of Renekton on FSG. Renekton has to be able to push a lead and be able to effectively split push versus Irelia, which is going to get harder as the game goes on, because Irelia scales very well, whereas Renekton does not. Sure, he scales fine, and the Essence Reaver helps a lot with these later fights, but it's still not... You know, like Irelia just scales super well in the 1v1. She's going to be able to win these sooner or later.
yeah, and it's a little bit risky here from FSG to even bait Baron. The team as a whole isn't super far ahead. It's Kaukiki that's a huge part of their lead right now. You mentioned 7-2 on this Kai'Sa here, so definitely not like you're gonna be able to really roll over Cynical in a team fight, especially if Kaukiki's not there. Like he wasn't last fight. Just kind of in bot lane dealing with Chad, but I mean,
Yeah,
if he's
and-
not there, you're not likely gonna have a good team fight.
Yeah, I totally agree that Renekton is like their whole team right now.
Oh, there goes the engage, flash and knockup from Dr. High, and now Kind Summoner is going to be the lone wolf yet again, but gets the flash over the wall. Kind Summoner trying to
Oh
get
my
the
God.
run down, but Kaijo is the one running down onto Kind Summoner there. Overgrowth being used up, double kill for Kaijo there, and a triple kill for Kaijo. Will he be able to pick up the quadra here, but gets shut down instead. So Ki goes in, gets the kill. Kaukiki though, I have no idea what he's doing. Like, he could get caught up here by the rest, or by the leftovers from Cynical Esports.
Yeah, he's been splitting off in these past couple fights. I think FSG really needs to just commit to either him split pushing or have him group with the team. No one can really deal with him 1v1. Cynical realizes that, so they're just accepting the fact that Chad's gonna go down there, do what he can to just keep pushing out waves, and then join the team when possible. That situation was a really, really good catch from them. I think FSG just needs to do a better job. I mean, you don't see a whole lot of ward coverage
Sorry.
from them. They have a couple of deep wards here and there, but really where they were at there was nothing. So did find themselves getting caught out there, and Cynical's really clawing their way back into this game. Pretty much the exact opposite of what happened last game.
Yeah, actually, you are correct. The exact opposite. But yeah, this Kaisa super strong. The Orianna shockwave's always impactful. She's also doing fairly well. Something else I've noticed is that Ozzy was actually doing very, very well for his team in terms of roaming and helping out his teammates. But at this point, he's given up so much CS for his teammates. He's given up so much for his teammates, and they're not exactly coming through the way he needs them to carry him at this point. Like, he's kind of relying on the other people to do all the damage. That's why he picked Lulu with Banner of Command. You know, he's not picking this to hard carry the game like he did on Zoe. He's picking this so that he can help his teammates carry, and they are not exactly helping out enough at this point, considering Cynical's carries are doing so well.
Yeah, and I think with the Lulu here, you're gonna want the Renekton to start joining these fights if you plan on fighting, because with how far ahead he is, you can really make him
Unkillable essentially with that wild growth. And then throw shield on top of him as well.
Right.
So he can become really, really difficult to kill if he can get that.
They know he's here.
Yeah, they are going to catch on to Kaukiki here by himself, so he's going to have to try to run here. Looks like the pings are going off. Kaukiki is trying to buy enough time while FSG preps up for Baron, and they get a big whiff of that. So now they are rotating towards the top for Cynical Esports, and oh, never mind.
Yeah, they definitely need to be moving towards that Baron. They did not end up starting it, but they still don't really have vision on it, I don't think. Oh, they didn't have any pink wards to place in the Baron pit. Never mind. Quite unfortunate. They should have a pink ward in the pit to deny vision by FSG, but they ended up not doing that.
Certainly feels bad there.
Oh, there goes the engage right on top of Kai there. They're going to try to catch onto him. One more shot for the concussive. Great ult from Kind Summoner, slowing everyone down. Chad is having a little bit of difficult times here. Kaukiki's putting up so much damage onto this inhibitor tower, and it's actually going to go down here. Now it's a 1v1. No tower to defend Chad at all, and Chad's going to go down for the shutdown, and K is going to try to get the kill or the assassination onto Wombat in the back there. Now FSG are trying to go back to base and stop Kaukiki from getting that inhibitor, but no one's going to stop this, and they forget about Dr. High. He's going to go down.
Yeah, and... Oh, continue. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, this is exactly what FSG needed to do. They fully committed Kaukiki to this split push and disengaged the fight really well there. If they're going to commit to this split push, that disengage needs to be on point, and it was spectacular there.
Yeah, and you know, Chad still can't win these 1v1s because Irelia's sitting at 2 items, whereas Renekton is sitting on 3 and 2200 gold, so it's probably gonna be able to go back. I'm not sure what he's building with that double ruby crystal, but you know, until Irelia, I said that Irelia would be able to win sooner or later, which is true. Like a 6-item Irelia versus 6-item Renekton, I believe 6-item Irelia should win that. You actually saw how much damage she managed to do, but whenever Renekton had the Ravenous Hydra and the ults with the Essence Reaver, it was just too much burst coming out for right now. But Irelia clearly still can't handle the Renekton quite yet.
Double ruby crystal. I'm a little bit curious. Could that be going for? Oh, he traded him. He was going for the Sterix.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I was actually wondering why Irelia didn't finish the Sterix before the Titanic. I think you see that a lot actually. There's 3 wards in this push. You see that a lot actually, where you built the Tiamat and into Sterix, and then finish your Titanic after.
I think I know next patch, the way it sounds, they're planning to nerf the Sterix down a little bit, but
oh yeah, it's Sterix.
for now, Sterix is definitely a solid item to get early on here for the Irelia.
I don't know why they're nerfing Sterix. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Kalkiki going to the top side, by the way. He is split pushing, and Cynical Esports, they're running it down mid. Yeah, they are getting towards the inhibitor tower and Quadra. Oh, he's gonna get dove on here. There's no one else to help him out. The Braum is definitely not gonna be it. There goes Renekton. Kalkiki is gonna finish that off actually, and now he's gonna have to be forced to use the ult, but no one is there. Shutdown kill. Erotas just flashes right into the Kha'Zix there. Vanguard disarming the entire team of FSG here, and Kaijo going on in, and Coyote and Rain onto that, and this is looking to be very much a GG for Cynical Esports right here. This is looking to be game so far. Sure, they are being invaded by super minions as well, but this one Nexus Tower is gonna go down. Second Nexus Tower is next, and everyone is on the gray screen. Kind Summoner is alive, but there's not a person that can defend this right now. Nexus Tower is gonna go down, and Cynical Esports are gonna take this to game number 3.
Yeah, and Quadra knew he messed up like the second he started pathing that way, because you could tell because he started walking that way, said oh, and immediately flashed, and he was still dead. So that little pathing error I think might have actually just cost him the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately, for how much we praised them with the macro decisions in game 1, the macro there, especially that last play, 3 people on the enemy side of the jungle in the top. And basically, all Cynical had to do was just walk down and dive in the mid-inhib tower.
Yeah, really.
There's only 2 people back to defend it. As soon as they cleared them up, it was a 3v5 when the rest of the team showed up. So, relatively easy cleanup there for Cynical in that last fight, and managed to push in for the win off of it.
Yeah, so that was a good game too. We will be going into game 3. You guys have any other thoughts about that game before we go to our break?
No, not really. I mean, the only thing I could say is we're gonna go to pro draft first, and we'll see another potential, or actually, that's tiebreaker. To be honest, like this is tie-breaking match, and it's actually the first one of the league already. So this is gonna be good.
Yeah, agreed. Van Zoe, this is gonna be my predict. My
Very
bold
possibly.
Bold prediction I got going. But yeah, are we taking another break?
Yes, we will go into a intermission once again. Don't go anywhere, guys, because this is a 1-for-1 score right now. FSG, sure, they had it in the bag from what it looked like on paper off the start, but now it's Cynical Esports taking up one game for off the FSG. And will they get a reverse sweep? Would we see it? Is it potential right now?
Maybe. I mean, it was close. Like, so far, everyone has just been like, who scales better, I guess, even though it's supposed to be an early game meta. Just the lack of macro play, I would say, is the reason why.
Bridge?
I definitely think that this could be reverse sweep. It basically game 1 was great macro from FSG. Even though they fell behind, game 2 was kind of the exact opposite. So, I mean, I guess we'll see which team has the better macro going into game 3, because that is likely going to be the team that wins this game and takes home the series.
Yep, so we will go on a quick break, guys. Don't go anywhere as we will head into game number 3 shortly.
We are back here, ABL Game 3, Week 1, Full Send Gaming versus Cynical Esports. And we are done with the Pro Draft. For those of you that didn't see it, it will be showing up in the client right now. The same pick ban, will be showing up as a pick it through here. What we did notice was that Fiora was banned, I believe, in the first two games against Kao Kiki, and this is the first game he's actually gotten it. So what do you guys think about that pick, especially into the Malphite Zen, what she's looking to play against? I believe there's also an Echo, Lucian, and Braum is the enemy team, so
I mean,
Fiora.
Fiora is like the Renekton or the Irelia. You know, when you're ahead, get to your team and use that opportunity. But if he's gonna play the way he played Renekton last game, it doesn't even matter if Fiora is like, you know, ahead of the game as well. If he's not gonna pull through for the team.
Right,
The
but
thing about the thing about Fiora though is she's an exceptional split pusher. Like Renekton's a great split pusher. Fiora, if she gets a lead, there's basically nothing in the game that can deal with her.
yeah, agreed.
Exception maybe like a hyper fed. I don't know, not even Jax really, honestly, because it's pretty easy to
Hyper-fed
predict. Yeah.
There's
yeah.
like 3 Bramble Vet. They can't die.
Right, right. The Malphite will be able to slow down the auto attack speed, but I mean, at the end of the day, Fiora should have an alright time up here in the top lane.
Yeah, and FSG's actually gone with a tankless composition this time. They picked the Soraka in the bot lane. First time we've seen deviation from Braum or Alistar. How exciting, but I liked how they countered picked with the Soraka. The Xin Zhao is actually left open this game. That's been banned every game, and I think that's a really OP champion right now.
Now, is this going to be the new and obnoxious Battle Soraka, where everyone's...
Yes,
Yeah, I hate
exactly what it seemed to be.
I hate it so much. I hate everything.
The
Hey,
E-Max walk forward, airy, dude, quarter of your health walks away. That's exactly what it's gonna be.
I hate Riot. Riot hates me. Alright.
That's how I
We've
felt
established-
ever since they nerfed Tank Echo. That's how I felt about Riot.
We've established that Riot is a bad company. I don't know why we still play this game, but you know, it's how do I word this? It's like a disease of sorts. They just don't let you go. That being said, pretty solid fight presence on the side of Cynical though. They grab up Xin Zhao, and Malphite will have a good engage. We actually saw Kauhiki on the Malphite in game 1, landing some really good ultimates. But this game, Chad is going to grab it. The past couple games, Chad has been on bruisery champions up in the top lane fighters, and has had some pretty solid success with them. But this game will be on a tank. See how he does on that.
CYN is picked up also, which I saw in the pick ban tool, or the pro draft tool, and CYN's actually really good with Aussie. You know,
Yeah.
CYN and Aussie come hand in hand, and then they have the Jax, Fiora, and the Kai'Sa to follow up closely on these fights. But the problem is they're gonna deal with Xin Zhao, who can use his ult, separate them from these type of team fights. My fight is gonna build tank, but that's not so he's just gonna be a tank, right? But that's not the point of what he does. That there's more to it. It's his ult. His ult just does so much damage, and it just stops everything. Like, it stops motion for a good 2 seconds, which allows even the Echo to even charge up his W as well. So they can get a full lockdown here in these type of team fights.
Yeah, I really like the Xin Zhao here, and I know it was actually the Swain picked after Xin Zhao was already locked in, but as soon as Swain uses ultimate, Xin Zhao can just use his ultimate, knock him away, and really negate a lot of that pressure that Ozzy will be able to create with this Swain pick, if played correctly. Of course, there are some ifs that go into that, but I would say in the perfect world, you can pretty much negate Ozzy's ultimate here with this Xin Zhao pick.
Yeah, and that is a good point. They have a lot of engage, good disengage, and it could really hurting the team comp from FSG, especially with that Swain pick. Maybe they have really good pick potential though on the side of FSG, because if Swain can pull someone in after the Jack stun or get his own never move, or like they can stun someone for long enough, and Soraka can actually root them, and then It's a very decent pick potential. The only real pick potential, I suppose, for the other team, short of a Malphite is like a Braum stun or Xin Zhao just 100 to 0ing someone. Which is a possibility, of course, because Xin Zhao does a lot of damage. What is it, 3 AD taking off his level 18 Omega Lol?
Yeah, and Braum kind of the go-to support here tonight. It seems has been played every single game now tonight. Will be matched up with the Lucian again. This time, Kaijo grabbing that Lucian up for himself and taking the press the attack, not going the Conqueror that Quadra has opted into for the first 2 games. All right, pretty quick load screen here.
Wait, did it load up for you?
Yeah, load it up for me, dude.
For me, not yet. Don't get too ahead of us.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so I'm gonna hit the fast forward. I feel like Fridge.
Oh my god, this level 1 play, you guys are missing it.
No, don't say it.
I'm just kidding,
Spoilers.
They haven't even left base yet. They all bought items, it's unbelievable.
Wait, Malphite did not get corrupting potion. Wait, is that?
AP Malphite, bro.
The summoner's rift.
Malphite doesn't usually go corrupting pot, does he?
You can go corrupting pot or anything you want. But he's
Minions spawn.
Good point.
Yeah, good point.
I do. Doran's Ring is a good option on Malphite because of the mana regen he'll get, because he does go through mana pretty quickly.
Agreed, 100%. Because like, Malphite wants to poke you out with his spells, but they cost so much. They do a lot of damage, so I mean it's kind of worth it, but they cost a whole lot too, in terms of mana.
I mean,
Minions have
it
spawned.
depends on how you define a lot of damage. Have you seen a level 1 seismic shard? It takes away half your mana bar, but does like 8 hit points worth of damage at rank 1. You get a couple levels into it.
Well,
It's
do you take
ridiculous, but-
comment?
No, I don't usually take.
Okay, well that's yeah, then take comment, because that comment with
No, yeah,
that
I don't-
will do half your health.
right.
Yeah,
That does do a lot.
Oh,
I
and
get you.
phase rush on Erotas with the Xin Zhao.
Yeah, that's a believeless comment pick for that champion.
I've been doing it wrong for a while then.
I've been doing it all wrong. I screwed
Yeah.
it up, guys.
And it's funny because they nerfed his slow or whatever, but then they still take phase rush, so it's like his sticky potential's too good. He's gonna stick to you anyways. Like sure, like instead of 50% slow, you get 30% slow, but he still has phase rush that he's gonna proc on you. He's still gonna keep up, So
Yeah, can't blame them for trying to throw the nerf on that a little bit, but definitely still a strong pick. A little bit of a trade here in the mid lane went in favor initially of Wombat, but I was able to trade
See
a
that?
little bit back.
see that damage? Tell me that's 8 health.
I think I saw like 8 hit points taken away. You know what it is? Hey, did you see that damage? That was 8 hit points. It's the
Yeah,
comment
maybe.
that does all
Oh,
the
here
damage.
comes the fight onto the bot side. Kind Summoner is the
Flash.
target, but they're not going to be able to catch on to that for Cynical Esports. So, FSG, great job. And I believe they had a ward, so I'm pretty sure no, they didn't have any wards. That was luck.
Luck indeed. Just a 6th sense, if you will, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. We get those a lot. Oh, wait. Is Jack
I
stealing
don't-
red? Is K
It
stealing
looks
red?
like he is.
He
yeah.
is! Okay.
The
You
god.
sly dog, you.
Oh yeah, we asked him. His name's K.
Oh, yeah,
He's a
yeah.
sneaky
Confirmed.
beaver.
We were all wrong.
A sneaky beaver.
He is. He
Oh,
went
no.
in, he drank the whole can of beaver juice. I mean, the
The
beaver
whole
bud.
case.
The whole case.
But
Yeah. Kind Summoner going a little bit low here. Heal has to be used up in order to secure the safety of the support there from FSG.
It's actually kind of sucky here for Erotis to not
Oh,
get a
no.
rip up.
Oh, the never move with the devious
Ozzy.
block though. Wombat is getting dangerously low, and Ozzy gets the flash. Eye of the Empire, not there,
Wow.
but the death hand, the
That-
devil's hand for the finish onto Echo there.
That was actually really, really nice there from Ozzy. He was able to flash out of that stun, which at the very least would have made it so that he didn't get the kill. Used his vision of Empire to actually cut off Wombat's retreat route and force him back into him, and then just use Death's Hand to finish it off. That was really, really well played.
The phase rush on Ozzy also helped him secure that kill for sure, because once they started trading, you know, he was able to lane way faster than he could get away. So that oh, so I hate Dr. High already. See that he blocked the kid. I hate him.
That's not a reason to hate him.
Oh, here comes Jax coming down for the side of FSG. K forced to back off. Dr. High and Kaido just know that he was coming in, so they were very much prepared for that gank.
Yeah, good ward there.
Oh, but what about this fight right here? All of a sudden, Kalkiki almost one more hit, he would have gotten knocked up, but either way, he would have still been able to got him away.
The ultimate. Sorry, what's up?
I guess he didn't have his W there for Fiora, because like Fiora didn't have her W. I mean, because if like it was pretty obvious that he was about to get knocked up, so you could just W the Zen down and save him.
Right, that's exactly what I was about to say. The ultimate middle finger would have been just riposting the knockup and stunning them both.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, a little bit of fight here. Wombat finds K trying to steal the
no.
ground. Flash is going to be
Flash.
used, and Dr. High uses the blast cone, but maybe too deep. It's going to have to back off.
That was a good flash for sure by Jax to get away from that, because he would have died so quick with the Lucian Braum there to help.
Hero Toss coming in for the mid, gets the flank onto Ozzy. Does Ozzy know about this though, as he does not have
ulti.
Flash, but he does have Demonic Ascension. Hero Toss just giving him a little, you know, love tap, and just gonna walk away.
Yeah, Ozzy didn't lose a whole lot on that gank. Just stood in there and just took it.
Couldn't really do much anyways. With Swain's ult, he would have just turned that, honestly.
Right. Nice little snare there from Ozzy, able to pull Wombat back into him, deal a little bit of extra damage, and now this top lane, I mean, you're looking at some good poke here from Chad, but he's finding himself about 20 CS behind. Ozzy absolutely on point, landing all of those snares. Alright, so Fiora building up quite a big minion wave here in the top side. I'm really waiting to see a full-on fight from one of these top laners. It's really going to come down to Fiora's riposte. If she can utilize that to counteract some of the CC, she'll likely win those full-on. I know, about a 25-ish CS lead. A decent-sized wave coming in. Well, actually, he must have missed a fair bit of those.
No, okay, there was about 12 around there in that wave, and he only got 5.
Okay, yeah, he missed a fair bit of those then, yeah.
Yep,
I wasn't
Kalkiki
wrong.
though, right here. Final point is
You have to W
Yeah,
the
it's
ult.
gonna get
you
it.
have to.
Chad.
Oh, he just backs off.
Yeah, they were just backing off. I mean, it was very much a wet noodle fight. Like, none of them wanted to just... I mean, the Repulse definitely had to hold on to that. But, you know, will Kalkiki have the reaction, though, to block the Unstoppable Force?
I don't think... it's so hard to block something like that point blank. Like,
Right.
you have to predict it. It's not... I don't know. I think he should have just ulted. Like, Malphite should have ulted sooner. Like, you could have killed the Fiora, I think, there.
Yeah, with that surprise.
I think you kill the Fiora there if you ult.
Oh,
but
but
at the same time,
here comes the gank, though. There goes the stun.
Oh.
Great stun from the counter-strike as well, but Kalkiki is also going to go down along with the Fiora, and now this is a 1v1 between K and
Don't do
Chad,
it.
and yes, he is. He is going to do it, but he's also going to lose his life on the top side. No, he doesn't. He gets away, but here comes Wombat, though. Wombat is making his way towards to the top side. Jax does not have flash available. Teleport for Ozzy, though, is going to try to get the never move, but misses, and now a Demonic Ascension trying to get Wombat off of his off of K right now. There goes the counter strike, and the Chroma break is going to be used up. Wombat, though, Demon Flare does enough damage, and the kill will go to K.
initially a great roam there from Wombat to go up and try to secure that kill, but unfortunately was followed by Ozzy's teleport. Great teleport there from Ozzy to actually secure that kill, and basically, I don't know if you saw what he was doing there, but he basically used that Demonic Ascension to zone Wombat away from being able to get anywhere near Kai that fight.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that was really well played by all of FSG. Fiora died, so that's a little unfortunate. But this CS League top lane is so big. It's actually pretty insane. Like, it's like double his CS right now.
Yeah, he is at actually exactly double as of right now. A little bit of a rough time up here for Chad on this Malphite pick, but we saw in game one the Malphite pick falling, and that was actually on Kaukiki, ironically. The exact opposite scenario, falling pretty significantly behind in the CS, but just landing really, really good unstoppable forces in these team fights, or in those team fights, I should say.
Another gank coming in from the top side, though. Don't think they're going to be able to dive Kaukiki. But Jax is coming. Yeah. Are we going to see a fight here? Oh, there goes the engage. Unstoppable force right on top of Kaukiki. K, though, it feels the confidence that he is able to kill Chad before Erotas can do anything. But no, he got slowed down, and yes, he does. He gets the kill. The Triumph is going to heal him off for 12%. Ozzy on the backside, though, does not have ult. There goes the Devil's Hand to never move, and the Devious Flock is going to pull him back. Erotas, though, might be able to lose his life here as Ozzy's going to continue on to the chase. One more or two more auto attacks, and he is dead. And there goes the Devil's Hand for the finish once again.
Erotas was out of mana there, wasn't able to finish off the kill onto Jax. It was so close. If he had any mana there, he could have sent out his W, the spear thing. And
here comes a dive onto the bot side. Wombat does not land the stun, and now Kind Summoner is the big target here. And this is a teleport coming in for Kaukiki here. Not going to get canceled up. Going to try to do something, but there is nothing that they can do. Hits up on one of those vital points. Going to have to be careful with the stun, but he could rip a taste. Wait, what? I forgot how to say that. But Dr. High, yeah, Ripitos, yeah.
Riposte.
Riposte. Oh my God, why are you making it worse for me? It was why?
I don't know.
Riposte, you could say either.
Yeah.
All right, Ripo.
You could just say Parry, if that helps.
Okay, yes, thank you, Parry.
Parry's the old one.
Same thing.
They renamed it?
Yeah.
Well, when they reworked Fiora, they switched it from Parry to Riposte.
I want my money
Or
back.
Riposte. I know, right?
You can still
They
call it
changed
Parry,
up her
people
Sweet
know.
Ultimate, too.
I'll get used to the name, the new one, I guess, but for right now it's Parry.
What's her new one? Duelist Dance?
I hated it, actually. It was no waste.
Yeah, and also
Oh, Grand Challenge.
Kaukiki, no, not Kaukiki, but K and Ozzy picks up first tower.
Yeah, and it looks like Cynical here is going to be initiating a lane swap with the bot and top lane. A lot of damage actually done to Erotus there as he's heading to his blue buff by Ozzy, but obviously Xin Zhao not going to have too much trouble healing that back. Does actually keep the blue buff for himself, though.
Oh, here comes the flank here onto the top side, onto Kaukiki. There goes the ult from the Lucian, but Kaukiki has the reset by hitting that minion just at the end there, but still running for his life, and is going to save the dash over the wall, but the Blast Cone is available, and the Glacial Fissure not going to hit the mark. Wombat is here as well, trying to get the chase onto Kaukiki. And this is actually a rift start, as now Malphite has confirmed that Full Send Gaming has gotten the dragon, or started it actually. So we might see a fight here. I see the members coming up as well as the Kaisa. They are making their way into the rift pit here. Kaukiki just carefully watching the hell, seeing if they can actually contest this. And there it goes. Wow, K takes up onto that finish right there.
Man.
And that is going to be it. That is Dr. High dead. Malphite's in the fight now. And K, very low health, but Demonic Ascension on everyone right now. Demon Flare for a double kill for Ozzy. And great steal from K onto the rift.
That was a 3-4 man stun from the Jax there into the Aussies Swain ult, and that was just a huge fight there for FSG. They managed to take away the Rift Herald from them also, so it's just Just so big for FSG. That's giving them such a big gold lead right now. They're actually up about 6K now, in comparison to the 2 or 3K they were up before the Dragon started.
Here comes the second slam onto the rift here, and this is gonna be a second tower. 2 towers, 3 kills, right? 3 kills and a rift.
Either 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then 4 Sin and Lucian to Flash.
Kaisa picked up 1, and then Ozzy picked up 2.
Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
probably 3.
Probably 3. For sure 3. I don't know if there was a 4th. I don't remember.
We'll just say 7.
That sounds right.
We'll round
That
up to
sounds
the
right.
near 7.
Yeah.
3 plus 4 is 7. So.
I don't see why we can't go that route.
Yeah, why
I mean,
not?
honestly, that fight, when you see 3 people trapped in the back of the pit there, when Ozzy's using that demonic ascension, it's not gonna be a very good time for Cynical in that situation. A lot of damage able to come out from that demonic ascension. And honestly, with where he's at in this game now, sitting 4-0 and 2 just overall damage, like from any of his abilities, when they're all clumped up in the back of a pit, and a great double snare there.
Oh, it's gonna deal a lot of damage. Here
Almost
comes
damage.
Jackson Kalkiki for the flank here as well, and Ozzy is just doing way too much there. Eye of the Empire not yet available. Maybe can catch on to Dr. High. Redemption for a little bit of extra damage, and
Oh,
there
wow.
goes Voice Seeker into Killer Instinct to get as close as possible. Picks up on 2 as Cynical Esports. 3 will go down. Ozzy picks up 1. Fiora picks up another, and Quadra picks up the 3rd.
Feels so bad to be Cynical in this game right now, but you know we can't count them out yet because of the way the past 2 games have gone. Where both winning teams have thrown, so you know it's only an 8K gold lead.
Hero
It's not
Toss
up yet.
and Chad, only ones alive to try to clean up here onto this mess that has been built up on. And Chad is going to go in by himself with the Unstoppable Force. And Demonic Ascension is going to be used up. There goes the heal as well. Hero Toss going dangerously low. And that's going to be a double kill for Ozzy with the Demon Flare. Once again, Ozzy's just putting up the work.
And a 16-minute inhib will drop off the
It's
back
gonna be
of
the
that.
game.
This is looking to be game. Kakiki going in onto Kaijo. Kaijo goes down. And once again, ADC is dead for another 23 seconds. Zero Toss another 5. And so is Chad. Wombat, only member alive. Never move. It's not gonna make you ult at all. But Chroma Break still on cooldown. And this is it. FSG are definitely gonna end this run on the reverse sweep. Great parry, and that Nexus is down. FSG takes down Cynical Esports 2-0.
They
2-1,
literally
sorry.
Ended the game in 16 minutes. That's insane. Last game we had someone diving in the Nexus in 10 minutes. In this game we have someone
Right.
ending the game at 16 minutes. So
Really crazy.
FSG was
Crazy
just trolling
series.
us the first 2 games. Apparently.
Wow, I don't know that it gets much more convincing than a 17-minute win. Insanely good performance there from Ozzy on the CYN pick. 7-0 and 5 looked very, very convincing from him and the team as a whole in that 3rd game.
Yeah,
Ooh, holy crap.
MVP talk.
Yeah, I honestly, okay, for those of you viewers that are watching, if you have not joined the ABL Discord, if you are not a fan yet of ABL, I suggest start now because this general chat is about to go crazy for Cynical Esports and FSG. I feel sweating right now, and that chat's just gonna go off one of these days. I mean, it's just a ticking time bomb in ABL, to be honest.
Yeah, that was actually a really good series. I can't believe it ended the way it did, but it was fun to watch for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like, the first 2 games were basically one team get an advantage, then throw it, and then the second game was, you know, same exact situation, but exact opposite team. Then that game 3 was very, very convincing from FSG. They got a lead, and they basically just kept the pedal to the metal and did not let Cynical even have a shot at coming back in the game.
And this is very similar to what happened yesterday with Conqueror Gaming and Guardian Esports. But Conqueror Gaming, though, they did a 2-0 sweep and they won the game at the fastest pace in ABL right now at the start of the week 1 season 4 and of a 14 minute and 43 seconds. Now, this is spectator view. I'm pretty sure the game did not end at 17 minutes. The game ended around like 17:52 or somewhere around there.
Wait, what?
16:52.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Because
Well,
of the spec, yeah, it ticks for a little bit longer, and yeah, I got what you're saying. Yeah, because you said 17:52 initially, and I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, did
Yeah,
I?
like,
Oh.
I was like, I think I misheard something there.
I
Like,
missaid that word too.
Like, wait, am I on the same page as him? Is he talking about something different? I got you now.
Oh man, I'm
we-
not
we
even.
know.
I'm not even feeling the. What do you call it? I'm not even sure we should
Adrenaline?
even get an interview here. If we do get an interview, who should we pick up?
If you're asking who the MVP is, I would say Ozzy, but we don't
I-
necessarily have to do an interview.
Yeah, we don't have to do an interview. I'm just saying, like, either way, we should regroup with our other casters for tonight. I believe this is it for tonight's game. What a great and amazing series! Like, I can't wait to talk about it again. I believe, Bridge, you are available tomorrow, right?
I should be available tomorrow. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we are going to bring back the plunge. And the plunge will be streamed on ABL Series 1 Twitch channel. We're going to bring in the stat sheets, statistics, what got banned and who got picked, and, discuss win or loss chances at this point, and we're going to be talking about the players and the teams, and we're going to show up a couple of highlight videos. So much stuff to watch at the plunge. So if you feel like, we're leaving a little bit empty-handed at the end of the night today, feel free to join us tomorrow as we will get to streaming live for the players and for the audience, the fans, everyone to come and watch. Go ahead. Do you have anything to say? I'm keep saying your name wrong too.
No.
Bridge, any last words as well?
No, just not really. Just a really great series from both teams here. Like Swoop said earlier, not exactly how we expected it to end, but definitely a great series nonetheless. I'm excited to recap everything tomorrow with you on the plunge. So
Oh,
that's
yep.
gonna
Goodbye.
be fun stuff.
That'll be fun stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for sticking around the entire stream. It was a great 3 of 3 series tonight, and we all wish you a great evening and a good night, and hope to see you all tomorrow.
Goodbye.